Do you need a degree to get that promotion or career switch? Graduate with an honors degree from Birmingham City University in 1 year. Established since 1843, you can choose from a variety of leading business programs. Diploma holders can complete the degree in 1 year. Assignment-based assessment allows you to manage your time better by spreading out your workload. No weekend classes means you don't have to compromise on your social and family life. Find out more today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are headed into the winners bracket finals here. FC Laika versus Gen U. That's going to be a huge match, and it looks like both of them have already decided to ban the exact same teams actually. So let's take a quick look over at their screen right now and see what's happening here. FC Laika is the player in the home side on the left hand side of your screen there, playing as a Liverpool team, and he has decided to ban PSG, France, and Liverpool. So that means that his opponent Gen U is not able to use these three teams, and Gen U, just like we saw the last time he appeared on stream, he decided to go with Manchester United. So we're going to have a Liverpool United matchup right here in FIFA22 in the Lion City League Championships. Now in the return leg, Gen U has already stated that he will also be banning the exact same teams. So that means in the return leg, the second leg, Laika will not be able to use Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain and France as well. I'll be quite interested to see what teams he does, but that's for the second leg. Looks like the players are ready. They can go straight into the match whenever they can actually. And do remember, of course, we are playing for lots of huge prizes here. $2,000 worth of cash and prizes, but the grand prize there, courtesy of Prism Plus, 55-inch 4K smart TV. The model is Q55QE. In fact, it is the exact same model the players are playing on right now. Going over to the crowd camera here, you can see on the left hand side is Gen U in the black attire, Laika in the cap there in the grey attire. Both of them are ready to rumble, and you can see in the background George SGP playing it against Cheese Kimbap as well in the elimination bracket third match. Alright, so it seems that the players are ready to go. Let's head over here to Anfield. We're gonna see Liverpool take on Manchester United here in the winners bracket finals. FC Laika versus BKFC's Gen U. They've gone a long way to reach here, ladies and gentlemen. The moment one of them wins, that means that they have half a hand on the 55-inch Q55QE 4K smart TV by Prism Plus. This is going to be a huge one here. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's FC Laika playing from left to right in the Liverpool home attire. BKFC Gen U playing from right to left there in the white and blue third kit attire of Manchester United. Gen U now on the ball. Paul Pogba now he's back to a Juventus player right now. We'll see whether he can still do it for Manchester United. Through ball there, Jadon Sancho still struggling in the English game. Even online he's struggling to get any sort of returns here. It's Mo Salah dropping deep to collect the ball in his own half. Back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. No death metal football like what we saw in the earlier match between George SGP and Firemancer. Both these guys here, like and Janyu, pretty much calm and collected. Oh, just as I say that, what a brilliant through ball! Breaks the offside trap there. It's 1-0 in favor of FC Laika. Sadio Mane scores the first goal in this winners bracket matchup here. The offside trap totally broken. A brilliant through ball down the middle. Sadio Mane couldn't collect it at first, but still manages to round the goalkeeper David De Gea and bury the ball into the back of the net, even though he was kind of off balance. Can Ronaldo do the same here? Not against Virgil van Dijk inside the box. Stout defending by the Dutchman. Sadio Mane going forward, showing Fred a clean set of heels. Can he get a full pass forward? Passes it left to Andy Robertson instead. Not able to find Diaz on that left flank. Now cut out by BKFC's Genu. Belasir Halsa was, as you know, has an esports team, and Genu is representing them here. Eden Sancho for Genu, who's playing from right to left in the Manchester United team. Oh, that throw-in just... the ball just bounces past Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Luis Diaz able to go forward. Mo Salah in the middle. 4-2-3-1 formation with Mo Salah playing as a central attacking midfielder. Diogo Jota coming in from that right flank, not able to come in with the shot there. Sadio Mane tries to do a Berber spin inside the box. Unable to get past the attentions of the defender. Fabinho now for Laika. Well cut out by Bruno Fernandes. The same can be said for Fabinho as he recollects possession in the Manchester United half. Easily intercepted by Rafa Varane, playing as a right centre-back in the back line for BKFC's Genu. Henderson dives in, doesn't collect the ball. Finally dispossessed. Jota on the right flank. Sadio Mane makes the channel run. Salah now back to Sadio Mane on his left foot. Cuts it back to his right, back to his left foot. Great save, David De Gea. Out for a corner kick. Corner taken short. Laika now with Salah. He's going to go for a cross. Yes, he is. There's nobody there. Luke Shaw hits the ball out. Ronaldo, of course, has a better jumping leap. Bruno Fernandes. Yes, oh, the ball just bounces away from Fred. But Bruno gets it back here. Lays it left to Marcus Rashford. In real life, not much in terms of form. The same can be said in the virtual field as well. The defending there by FC Laika. Still clean sheet intact for him. 1-0. The advantage firmly in his grasp. Sadio Mane. Mo Salah playing as a CAM. Fabinho in a very advanced position for FC Laika. Diogo Jota wins the ball up high. Mo Salah, Berber spin, trying to get away from Eric Bailly. Not able to get past the defender. Or Pogba now. Bruno Fernandes. Sprays it right. Jadon Sancho against Andy Robertson. Can the Scottish captain do anything? Not quite. Fernandes, Ronaldo, great save there! Alisson keeps the ball out of goal. Keeps the score sheet intact. Corner kick. Taken long. Matip against Ronaldo. Or rather, Matip against Eric Bailly or Paul Pogba rather at the back post there. Nothing happening. Time is about to run out here in the first half of this first leg between Laika and Genu in this winners bracket final. Scoreline I know is 1-0. Tries to go for a chip there, Laika. The shot coming in from Mo Salah on the left foot. Header. Oh my goodness, he just passes that out. That was definitely not an intended move, I'm pretty sure, by FC Laika. It was in such a brilliant position in the middle. But still, day goes on. Or rather, halftime comes on now here. 1-0 in the lead for FC Laika. It's 4-2-3-1 against 4-2-3-1. Equal in terms of the tactics. Of course, players of this game do know that Liverpool is the stronger team in the game here, at least. from goalkeeper all the way to striker in every single division. They have players. They have the quality in their players. Manchester United has Ronaldo for sure, but well, other than that, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, nothing much after that though. That's a problem. Here comes FC Laika now. Sadio Mane, you know, he did score the first goal quite early in the first half there. Raja opportunistic. But here comes yet again Sadio Mane on his right foot, cuts it back again and makes it 2-0. FC Laika extends his lead to 2 goals to 0 here against VKFC Genu. And if the scoreline stays this way and if VKFC Genu doesn't find a way back, FC Laika will have have one hand on that Prism Plus grand final prize there, the 55-inch 4K smart TV. Unless of course Genu can do something about it. He still has a game and a half in hand, so maybe there's still plenty of time for him to carve out a comeback.
In real life, Sadio Mane will be decked out in red still next season, but just for another different club. He will be playing for Bayern Munich. It has been confirmed quite recently. But before he departs, he is giving gifts to Sadio Mane, also known for his philanthropy in real life. And he is being very kind indeed to he is playing really well against Genu.
3-0. Sadio Mane scoring the first 2 and Salah getting the 3rd goal here. And 3-0 in 60 minutes. But again, remember, Laika did enact the ban system, the home team advantage there. So we are seeing Genu using basically his 4th choice team here, Manchester United. And we know from the beginning that Manchester United in this game is nowhere as strong as Liverpool. So maybe we might have a turn in fortunes in the next game.
That African connection, I'm sure Liverpool fans will miss seeing that in action in the Premier League, especially since Mane is confirmed to have been moving and Salah is always being linked to elsewhere. Apparently there's a huge bid for Mohamed Salah coming in from PSG. This could be another one for Mohamed Salah. Indeed it is, just as Evil Sword is updating the score to 3-0. Now it is up to 4. Wow. Mohamed Salah on the double, very quick there. Just extending the lead against Genu. Making life a little more comfortable for himself going into the second leg. Still in possession here is pushing forward non-stop, never yielding. Looking for more. It's already 4. Does he want to make it 5? Can he make it 5? Genu needs to stop the rot at this moment. As long as he doesn't concede, that would be a positive already right now. But looks like it might be an opportunity here once again for Laika. Gets in the box, but nothing doing. The defense of Manchester United holding firm, not something I usually would say about the defense in real life. Sorry, Manchester United fans. Coming down this left side, Marcus Rashford, wholly off form in real life. The red tide once again surges forward, being pushed forward by the Egyptian king, Mohamed Salah. Sadio Mane tries to slip in Salah, but Salah completely misreads that one. Still 4-0 as we approach the last 10 minutes of this game. Pretty much one-sided in this matchup. Second leg definitely has to bring something new for Genu. Otherwise, it is gonna be pretty much a foregone conclusion. Could still get worse here. Going forward, could not find anyone in the middle. 4-0. It still stays. Genu Genu now with an opportunity with a quick break. Genu needs to make use of this one. Can't afford to
Offside! Was it offside? Oh, no offside.
Well done there. What incredible presence of mind. Thought he would have let that one just go past him, but then you there, calm as you like, puts it in. 4-1 is the new scoreline. Genu not dead and buried yet. Still has some fight left in this particular devil. Could he make it even better sweet as you like at the end? The long ball, but the long ball doesn't quite get to Ronaldo. Ronaldo, as ever, tenacious, is chasing it back down, winning himself a throw-in. Aaron Wan-Bissaka trying to find a teammate in blue. Bruno Fernandes sends it to Rashford. Can he turn Rashford? Rashford couldn't turn all the way back out on the left flank. This is Bruno Fernandes to Rashford. Rashford off the post. It is 4-2. Genu still alive in this tie. This particular first leg is about to come to an end. Just an extra additional minute there. It does end 4-1. Sorry, 4-2 actually. Let me just go and get that one updated on his end. 4-2, Laika versus Genu. Genu making it easier for himself with 2 late goals. Second leg will be a fascinating encounter.
Let's take a look at the brackets while the players are setting up their matches there. Remember, we are in the winners bracket finals here. BKFC Genu against Laika. 1 match has elapsed. FC Laika winning that match 4-2, but there's still, of course, the matter of the second match as well. So it's still not anyway game over for BKFC Genu, and even if he loses, he will go down immediately to the elimination bracket final, where he will face off against the winner of George SGP and Cheese Kimbap. The match is of course happening right now on the other off-stream match, so that's going to be really interesting to watch as well. But in any case, we'll see whether the players have returned already, and we're gonna take a quick look at what they have right now. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking into a look here as they are building up in the second leg of this winner bracket finals. Yep, and it seems that Genu will be playing as Paris Saint-Germain on that right side there in the all-white attire. And FC Laika, well, he got the following teams banned by Genu, so he can't use Liverpool, he can't use France, he can't use Paris Saint-Germain. Was his 4th choice team? It turns out to be Portugal. So Portugal up against Paris Saint-Germain here. Portugal, of course, still a very strong team in their own right there. Goalkeeper maybe a little bit of a weakness with only 82 rating, but everybody else there from defense up to the striker position, chock full of quality. Cancelo, Pepe, Ruben Dias, Bruno Fernandes, Renato Sanchez, Diogo Jota, Bernardo Silva, Ronaldo even up front there. So plenty of quality in this Portugal lineup. And we'll see whether that is the right choice for FC Laika, who goes into this match, this second game rather, with a 2-goal advantage. Let's see if Genu, however, with Paris Saint-Germain, can overcome the advantage and score himself a berth in the grand finals of the LCL championships. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The second match, the second game of this matchup between FC Laika and BKFC Gen U. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Gen U. I don't know. He's already got earphones on, I think. But in any case, Laika versus Gen U. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, the first game did end in a 4-2 win for FC Laika. And FC Laika now is utilizing Portugal, the red and green of the Seleção of Portugal. Playing from left to right, that's FC Laika. Gen U will be in the all-white attire from right to left, using Paris Saint-Germain. 4-2 in the lead, FC Laika. Let's see whether he's able to extend that scoreline, or if BKFC Gen U will be able to have a comeback. As I quickly change the overlay because it's blocking everything at the top left hand corner. There we go, much better now. Gen U on the ball, rampaging forward with Kylian Mbappe. Jota now forward, Wijnaldum. FC Laika. Laika on the ball with Renato Sanchez. Back to Bruno Fernandes. In the middle of the park. Ronaldo gets some space in front. Oh, just offside there. Quickly taken by Laika now. Or rather Gen U as PSG. Easily dispossessed, easily intercepted. FC Laika regains possession in the midfield. Renato Sanchez forced to go back. And again, the story is the same as the last game here. No heavy metal football, no all-out attacking move, just patient build-up play from both of these two players here. Diogo Jota moves forward to Rafa. Oh my goodness me. Probably a mistake somewhere there, but I'm sure he wanted to go for a pass upwards, but somehow maybe a slip of the finger. The pass goes wayward and totally out into the stands there, to the stanchions rather. Kylian Mbappe now shows a clean set of heels. Oh goodness me, Gen U decides to just go for it all on his own lonesome. 4-3 right now is the scoreline here. Claws 1 goal back and the deficit only to a solitary goal. 4-3. Maybe he can even get another one as Neymar is inside and gets it back. It's all 4-all at the moment here. Gen U, 2 goals in quick succession. FC Laika utilizing Portugal. It's basically practically his 4th choice team, but he's definitely in the back foot right now. 5 goals now by Gen U, 3 within the past like 2-3 minutes of in-game time. What a huge result this could be for Gen U. Kept the scoreline to a minimum in the first game, 4-2, and now he's clawed back 3 goals and it's only 22 minutes has elapsed in this game here. 5-4 in the lead, Gen U, representing Bannister House FC Esports. Another corner kick to be taken. Goes all the way back to the midfield, trying to find Neymar, not able to get that pass together. Nuno Mendes, the left back. Diogo Jota now, inside the box. Gets past Idrissa Gana Gueye. The cross coming in. Scythed away by the defender. Kylian Mbappe. On that left side. Normally you see him up front, but this time he's dropping really deep there, and you can see why the striker drop back tactic is being activated by Gen U. We did see that in the last match as well. Ronaldo keeps dropping back to the midfield area. So, practically more defenders In the lead right now with the ball at BKFC's Yu. Nuno Mendes. National Kimpembe. Oh, so many defenders around him, but he's against the ball. Well, Kylian Mbappe, just as he was about to shoot, João Cancelo with a little nip at his heels there. Gets the ball away from Kylian Mbappe. Here's a counter attack on the left flank. Bernardo Silva featuring on the left flank. Ronaldo. Still Ronaldo to Bruno Fernandes. The ball being up in the air. Diogo Jota in the middle. Can he get past the defender? Not quite. Laika, try as he may, he might concede another one here against Yu. Is one-on-one. The goalkeeper, the shot went straight into the face of Rui Patricio. Scoreline still remains at 5-4 in favor of Yu. What a comeback this has been for Yu here. At the start of this match, this second match, he was down 4-2, and 1 half later is now up 6-4. 4 goals in his favor in 1 half alone. That's the power of Paris Saint-Germain here, even against a team like Portugal, who is, on paper at least, in terms of paper ratings, I'll say not too far behind Paris Saint-Germain, but still, it's massive, the gulf in quality between these two teams. Kylian Mbappe, especially this person here, leading the charge for Paris Saint-Germain, is just way too good. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, so fast, so athletic, technical skills all on point. There's a reason, of course, why he is the cover star of FIFA22, and Kylian Mbappe beats offside trap again with another one-on-one. Rolls the ball to the side. It's 7-4 now. This is a huge rout in favor of BKFC's Yu here. Ballister Hausa must be really happy of his performance here in the Lion City League Championships. The scoreline remains this way. If FC Laika is unable to craft any sort of comeback in the next 40-odd minutes of in-game time, then Yu will be the first player to step foot in the grand finals and have one hand on that Prism Plus prize. The 4K 55-inch smart TV up for grabs here, and Yu, with this win, will have one of his hands on it. Couple more matches to go though, and even if FC Laika drops down to the elimination bracket again, it's of course not the end of the world for him. There's still another match. He still has a second chance. We'll see how it goes here. Renato Sanchez, Ronaldo. 7-4 for BKFC's Yu. Rafa. Oh goodness me, twisting and turning and still manages to get a goal in. It's 7-5. Hey, at least Portugal now has a goal on the scoreboard, so the deficit is now only 7-5 at the moment. So only 2 goals separating the two teams here. Maybe there's still time for FC Laika to craft a comeback, who knows?
The unlikeliest of comebacks here from Yu. Looks totally out of sorts early on in this matchup, but he has turned it completely around. 7-5 right now. Yu looking for more. One more indeed he does get. It is pursuit for more goals. He was down early on, but he continues to pile them on. Could be even more misery here for Laika. Genu again forward, the flip-flop couldn't get past the defense of Portugal. Portugal, they're still so close in it. It's still entirely possible for them to go and get something out of this. Portugal weaving their way through. They have capable attackers, but just not happening for Laika. That ball over the top, a little bit too easy for the Portuguese defense. Easily cut out there by Ruben Diaz. Bernardo Silva, Renato Sanchez, the ever-present Cristiano Ronaldo, still deadly as ever, even at the veteran stage now. Oh, ball given away too easily. This could be a goal for Portugal. Should have taken a shot there, I think.
Why did he pass back?
I don't know what exactly he was thinking, what was going through his mind, but could have been 6, but this can be 9. Oh, but the goalkeeper, Rui Patricio, there just spreads himself wide across the floor, gets his big body across, and keeps it at 5-8. This could be 5-9 now. But that defense standing firm. Only about 7 minutes left. The 3 goals is looking more and more unlikely for them to arrive for Laika. Genu now recovers possession, and with that, pretty much is gonna close out the game. It's all about game management here. Good add a little bit more sheen. Will be 9. Not the best timed shot there.
Yeah, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. Angel Di Maria not able to get another goal, but still, it's quite a comprehensive win for BKFC's Genu. Now, he's definitely cemented his spot in the grand finals of the Lion City League Championship. That will, of course, knock down FC Laika down to the elimination bracket. We're still waiting on the results of the lower bracket match between Cheese Kimbap and George. Oh, it seems that Cheese Kimbap actually won. I'll do a double check on that later on, but if FC Laika goes down, that means that he will face off against Cheese Kimbap, and it does seem that way. 8-5 the scoreline here. Genu cements his spot in the grand finals. One hand on that grand prize there, and now it's a waiting game for him. He can do nothing more but to spectate the next match, which will be between FC Laika and Cheese Kimbap. We saw apparently in the brackets, the low bracket round 3, Cheese Kimbap lost the match to Cheese Kimbap won the match 5-4 to George SGP.
the time lah. If you look
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. The winners bracket final won by Janu. Here we have the full and updated championship bracket. Apologies for the near lack of shoutcasting. We had a lot of technical issues earlier on, but Janu is in the grand finals there. Now he can only play the waiting game. Up next is FC Laika versus Cheese Kimbap. They will be playing their matches immediately after this next break here. We're just gonna go into a break for 2 minutes, but when we come back, it's the elimination bracket grand finals. Or rather, elimination bracket finals between FC Laika and Cheese Kimbap.
Ladies and gentlemen, you want to take or I take? I take.
You take.
I take.
You take.
Sorry, it's been a long day. Okay, guys. Hope you understand. It is now down to the elimination bracket final. It is Laika versus Cheese Kimbap. Whoever wins this will make it to the grand final, where lying in wait is Gen Yu. There you have it. It's easier for me to explain when you have something to look at. There is the explanation. Gen Yu lying in wait. Gen Yu will have 2 shots, 2 bites at the cherry, having made it all the way through in the winners bracket. There we see the contestants, the players, the competitors, whatever have you, on your screen right now. They are ready and raring to go. They're just making some last minute adjustments. There have been a few bans. I believe the bans are all the same as PSG, France, Liverpool. Not something that we didn't expect. So, the only interesting question is, apart from these 3 teams, which is the 4th team that you're gonna choose?
Well, there's been quite a few different choices done by all the players. We've seen the likes of Manchester United, we've seen the likes of Portugal. Yeah, it's only these 2, isn't it?
Why not Chelsea, man?
Chelsea are not Club World Champions anymore. They're a small team.
No, we're still Club World Champions, are we not? We are. Yes, we are.
Are you still?
Yes, we are.
Oh yeah, true. That's true.
Club World Champions, champions of the world.
But not meta.
But not meta, unfortunately.
Why isn't Chelsea meta? I have no idea actually why Chelsea is not meta.
Yeah, it's a strange thing. I don't know why Chelsea is not meta. But meta obviously refers to the 3 that are always banned. Liverpool, PSG and France. Definitely meta. I would say Portugal is a definite good bet for number 4. Real Madrid is another one. And today, very strangely, a lot of them favoring Manchester United. Definitely not meta though.
Not meta at all. But well, we've seen the likes of BKFC Gen U, like defeating Paris Saint-Germain with Manchester United. 3 goals to 2 at that. 2 goals down in the first 20 minutes. So is it possible? I think absolutely. Although, yeah, no, we've seen weird things happen.
Yeah.
And weird things might still happen in this matchup here.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, look, it's another appearance of Manchester United. Yeah, the players are just asking for confirmation if we can start. Yep, should not be a problem. Yep. You guys are ready. We're ready. The audience at home is ready. Laika versus Cheese Kimbap, the elimination bracket finals, to make it into the grand finals, to keep themselves within reach of that 55-inch Prism Plus television. It's not Derek Ray and Stuart Robson, it's Evil Sword and Land City Gaming who will be your commentators instead. From left to right in the blue will be Cheese Kimbap as Manchester United, and from right to left in the red of Liverpool is FC Laika.
We go, ladies and gentlemen. Elimination bracket final. Basically, whoever loses here will end up in 3rd place, and with $100 worth of cash prizes in the bag as well. Whereas the winner will go up to the next round and face BKFC Gen U, and that is a huge start there for Cheese Kimbap as Manchester United. So again, we did not think as United being a meta team, but it's apparently working here, and Cheese has the early lead.
Yeah, indeed he has. Not even 5 minutes on the clock, and Cheese Kimbap there taking the lead. None other than Cristiano Ronaldo, the returning talisman, putting his team into the lead. Liverpool shocked early on. Remember, forced into the choice of Manchester United was Cheese Kimbap. FC Laika, being the home team, having the advantage of banning the teams he did, forcing that choice. And somehow Cheese Kimbap still doing well despite it.
Oh my god, that's a huge snapshot there from Ronaldo, but Alisson spreads himself wide like an eagle there. and getting that save off, showing why he's one of the best goalkeepers in the EPL here. And unfortunately for him, he did concede that early goal, but he's making amends. He's still keeping the scoreline respectable, 1-0.
Yes, indeed, the Laika's goalkeeper keeping the scoreline as it is. This could change very soon though for Laika down this right side, rampaging forward, but the defense of Manchester United quickly recovered. Just as I say, there's a little bit of a mix-up, a boo-boo in the defense, but nothing too untoward came of it. Manchester United and cheese Kimbap still with possession. He's Kimbap laying it on a plate. But once again, it is that man, Alisson, who saves the day for Laika.
Great positioning by the Brazilian goalkeeper there. That's twice already Ronaldo is denied his first goal in this matchup. Again, remember, Kimbap had 3 bands ahead of him, which is of course Paris Saint-Germain, France and Liverpool. So basically this is his 4th choice team, Manchester United, and he has the early lead here, although Laika is slowly growing in stature. Unfortunately for him, that through ball, too powerful, that goes absolutely wayward, straight into the hands of David De Gea. But still, very early game. There's still so much more. This is only the first match in this 2-legged encounter here between Laika and Cheese. And we've seen games before where it starts off slow and then ends up in a 16-goal, dramatic sort of match. So, we might see one here as well.
If only you guys were here. Oh, in fact, they can see it just behind the 2 tense players, Laika and Cheese Kimbap. You can just about make out the visage of the person they are aiming to meet in the grand finals. So there, Genu just chilling out behind them. He's waving to the camera. So calm, so composed. He's in the driver's seat. He's waiting in the grand finals. But who will meet him? Will it be Laika? Will it be Cheese Kimbap? Laika definitely dancing around trying to make that happen. Ooh! Ah! Was that offside? Okay, it was offside. I thought he just made a bad pass, but it was already offside. Oh, I was about to scream at him for not taking a shot. But you know what? All's fair, because he knew that it was already going to be called for an offside, so that's fine. But Laika still here making an attack. This is Sadio Mane. This already departed Sadio Mane.
That sounded very, very.
I must have been
already departed Sadio Mane. That's very morbid. I mean, the person who left the club.
Well, he has departed, not in the way you might think, but saying that maybe the heavens tried to stop me. That sneeze stopping me mid-sentence. Stopping Cheese Kimbap so far has been Laika's Alisson doing really well between the sticks. But Laika not giving up. He is one behind, but he's still pushing forward. Cheese Kimbap eventually gets the better of him, taking possession away, running it up the field. Still within his own half though.
62% possession for FC Laika, so he's definitely getting the lion's share of the ball here. But in terms of the scoreline, still, of course, that is the statistic that truly matters, right? And in terms of attack as well, Laika, it doesn't quite, his build-up is decent, is very good, of course, top level. But as of this match right now, after 33 minutes have passed, it's just lacking that final ball. David De Gea not really been tested all that much compared to his opposite number, Alisson, who has already had at least 2 world-class saves, if not more, in this first 30 minutes already. So maybe, Laika's job right now is just try to test David De Gea and get, the ball into more dangerous locations here.
And looks like they are trying to do that exactly. Oh, this is an opportunity here. It is Mohamed Salah on his left. I thought it might take a curler. Jota trying to find some space. Being closed down quite quickly by the defense of Manchester United. The heel to heel. Makes some space, the heel to heel. And Salah buries it into the top left-hand right-hand corner. It is indeed finally one apiece. Laika getting his goal just before the stroke of half-time.
You know, that skill move totally outwitted the defender there. And quite honestly, there's nothing much Cheese Kimbap can do. It's literally a 50% chance of a failure, because you can expect Mo Salah to cut inside to his favorite left foot, and I believe that was what Cheese Kimbap expected, because he ran in that direction to try and make the block. But in the end, it was a heel-to-heel flick, and that left Mo Salah in a one-on-one position. And even on his so-called weaker right foot, he's still pretty deadly.
Indeed, he has finished with a plum there, Mo Salah, the Egyptian king. Arguably one of the best ever players from that region. One apiece it stands now. Very, very close match. We get into the second half. Salah and Ronaldo both on the score sheet for their respective teams. It is one apiece. Anything can happen, very close. This is all to stay in the hunt. And the hunt for what exactly? The major prize at stake, the 55-inch Prism Plus television.
BKFC Genyu, of course, waiting in the grand finals there, waiting to see who his opponent will be. It will be one of these two gentlemen. It's either FC Laika or Cheese Kimbap. Right now, of course, we're still in the middle of match number one of this two-legged encounter here. So still plenty of game time to go, about a match and a half more to go here. So it's anybody's game. Both teams are playing really patiently here. The scoreline is only 1-1. It's really evens. The odds are evens at the moment here, and it could go either way. FC had a lot of possession in the first half, but couldn't really convert it into proper chances, other than that one choice that resulted in a goal there. So he has to try to push forward, and really test the defenders a lot more as well. And I'm sure he'll be in good stead. Cheese Kimbap, on the other hand, again with the counter-attacking play, defensively quite solid. A few chances early in the first half went his way, especially with Cristiano Ronaldo getting thwarted twice by Alisson in point-blank range. That could have easily been 2 goals in addition for Cheese Kimbap. Didn't go quite his way there, but still, there's still a lot of chances for him. So both of these two players, honestly, it can go either way. It can be Cheese Kimbap that goes to the grand finals. It can be FC Laika as well. Both have their own qualities.
Yeah, they both battled it out all the way just to still be in it to win it. Both of these teams are not quite showing, any undue stress. They're just taking it within their stride, one apiece. Just passing it around now, Can he find some space here? Well closed down there by Rafa Varane. Oh, it's just given away there by Fred.
Oh. Instant replay move there or something. I think just have flashback, and there we go. Wow, instant replay function on the fly there, but the shot coming in. Oh, just there. Wow.
Cheeky there by
sneaky move. But no controversy. In the end, it goes sailing off the bar. And in fact, we've seen this a few times. Players trying to take long-range driven shots a la FIFA 15, but it's not really been working out here. And none of those style shots really resulted in goals. Just like this one here, another shot. This time it's by Jadon Sancho for Cheese Kimbap, and that's the 4th big save that Alisson has made in favor of FC Laika. He must be feeling really happy with how his goalkeeper is performing at this moment here.
If Laika does indeed go on to win this whole thing, he definitely has to thank Alisson for his major hand in it. Pun fully intended there. Alisson really doing well between the sticks for the Reds, keeping Manchester United at bay. Never knew Manchester United could be quite so deadly. But in this game, they do look threatening every time they go forward and go forward. They do here with Paul Pogba to Sancho. Sancho with an opportunity closed down quickly by the defense of Liverpool. Can he finally get it on the second try? Alisson grabs it out of the air.
That was a little dramatic there from the Brazilian goalkeeper. But still scoreline remains the same. It's 4-2 right now in favor of Laika. Liverpool on their ascendancy. Mo Salah on his left foot. Buries that into the back left-hand corner there. Laika takes the lead again here. 2-1 in favor of the Liverpool player. And Laika is in good state here. But again, remember, Laika did activate the home team advantage, which is to ban 3 teams from his opponent. So he's always practically playing his 4th choice team here. The tables will turn in the next match as Cheese Kimbap will ban, will look to ban the same 3 teams away from Laika, which is of course Liverpool, PSG and France. So that means Laika won't be able to use his beloved Liverpool in the return match. He will have to use his 4th choice team, and that may prove to be the deciding factor in the next game. And I think Laika, in this game, he has such a huge advantage in terms of team choice. He's really going to score a lot more goals here.
Well, one thing that definitely he won't have in the next match will be that man who just got a touch to the ball. Alisson will not be on his side because Liverpool will be one of the banned teams. Alisson really keeping him in this. He is in the lead currently, FC Laika, but he would not be if it wasn't for Alisson. Alisson, not just heroics, absolute monumental performance in this game. Just keeping Cheese Kimbap at bay time and time again and allowing the attackers to do what they do best, and that's put the ball into the back of the net. He needs to save them once again, I think, because right now Cheese Kimbap is on the attack once again. Oh, but nothing ends up happening there.
It's again we are seeing Cheese Kimbap utilizing his 4th choice team in his game, and gotta give him credit. He's keeping the scoreline down to an absolute minimum here. 2-1. He may be 3-1 now. FC Laika, there we go, scoring a 3rd goal in his favor. So it's 3-1. Going into the next match, that is definitely way better than only a 1-goal deficit. A little bit more of a buffer between him and Cheese Kimbap. Let's see whether he has enough time to build even more goals. Although time is running out. We're into injury time now. Only 1 minute remaining. Can Mo Salah score one? Or his compatriot Sadio Mane with a switch to the right foot but tries to go back to the left foot instead. And that was a mistake there. The game will end, the match rather, will end here at 3-1 as the players switch teams, switch sides here. Cheese Kimbap will be the home team. I wonder, will Laika utilize Portugal yet again as we saw in the previous match in the winners bracket final, or will he change it up for a totally different team?
First thing, before we answer that question, I think one thing I gotta say, that last attack, he should have just taken the shot, I think, instead of trying to twist and turn so many times. Sadio Mane had the opportunity, he should have just taken a shot. I mean, it would have been a lower percentage shot. But at the end of the day, you know what? He still comes out as winner in that first leg, 3-1. Seems happy enough with the performance, no doubt, especially with Alisson's performance. Now let's see what kind of changes there will be in terms of a team selection. Just having a quick look at what they are doing. Seems like it will be Paris Saint-Germain versus Real Madrid. We always forget about Real Madrid. Real Madrid's still one of the available options, and that is a pretty strong one for FC Laika to choose.
Yeah, Champions League winner, with Karim Benzema right at the top there. 91 rating. Quite honestly, in real world football, if Karim Benzema doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, I'll be out of speech.
But, then again, Lewandowski didn't win it.
Exactly, right? So if this makes 2 years, then yeah, I don't know what to say. First Lewandowski, now Benzema. And if it's not Benzema, who's going to win it? There isn't, you could say, Lewandowski should won it, but there's also an argument that Messi, after winning Copa America.
Nah.
But here, who else? Really, Sadio Mane? He's nowhere close.
Maybe Nkunku.
What? No way.
Come on, man. Nkunku's had an absolute
if you tell me Mo
trailblazing.
Salah, the only player I can think of is Mo Salah.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, fair enough. Probably
the only
Mo
player I
Salah.
can
But he's not even close. It has to be Big
Karim
Ben's.
Benzema.
Yes, it has to be Big Ben's. There's no one else in world football that will be deserving of that title. And it will be Karim Benzema will be spearheading the attack for FC Laika as he tries to power his way into that grand final. He does hold a 3-1 lead at the moment, sitting pretty ahead of Cheese Kimbap. But Cheese Kimbap now has the benefit, and it is a huge advantage of being able to use Paris Saint-Germain. Who else but that front three? It's so scary. In fact, many people employ it as a front four with two wider attacking midfielders in Angel Di Maria on one side and I think Messi on the other side probably. Or Neymar and Di Maria. There we see there on your screen. Or Messi, whichever you prefer, you know, all the combinations, the permutations, it's just, well, scary. Going forward, especially PSG. But then again, the defense, no slouches as well. You know, there's Kimpembe, there's Nuno Mensch, there's Achraf Hakimi. I mean,
Sergio Ramos.
oh well, Sergio Ramos, as we've always seen, they love to use him as a defensive midfielder.
And for good reason. I mean, you mentioned it the last time we saw Sergio Ramos as a defensive midfielder. You know, because of his attacking mentality, he keeps going, you know, charging forward. You don't really want that in a centre back. You want your centre back to stay back at all times, right? So, but at least if with Sergio Ramos as a defensive midfielder, even if he charges forward, still got at least two centre backs behind as well. So it's a little bit more safer to utilize him at the CDM position. He's got the height, he's got the jumping ability, he's definitely got the strength, that's for sure. And quite a bit of speed, surprisingly, even though for somebody his age, he's not too much of a slouch. In terms of pace.
I agree. I mean, if this was real life, I would love to see people play more of a 5 at the back or 3 at the back and just unleash Nuno Mensch and Achraf Hakimi to bomb forward, just drop Sergio Ramos into the middle of that back 3. But you know, speaking of that, seems like Real Madrid's gonna employ exactly that. I don't think Hazard's gonna stay there in that particular position unless, you know, it's some sort of trick play which I can't comprehend. Quite an interesting thing watching them develop. Look at the concentration on their faces right there. Look at the total contrast on our faces.
What? On our? Oh, okay, wait, I haven't switched that, but
Yeah, you should look at the
man, we are flush red. The lighting here, goodness gracious me. I know I'm wearing a red shirt, but my face, what are we? We're under sauna or tanning beds or something.
I'm
We
blushing.
find a way to change the lighting here because we don't look like this in real life.
I'm
This is
blushing.
lobster red. You know, I've never seen this. The camera is something wrong. We need to balance that out somewhere. But let's go back to the car cam. There we go. That's a lot better. This is a lot better looking right now. So of course you see on the screen here our two players. Cheese Kimbap is the one on your left there in the grey outfit, like in the cap a little further there, and just behind them is of course waiting the big boss BKFC Genyu in the beanbag at the back there, just waiting to see who will be my next player. I just want to take the TV now and go home. It's already 7 o'clock. Coming 7, dah maghrib guys. Not yet lah, not yet. 6:40 only actually. Still got a bit of time, no worries. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting for the match and it is about to begin here. Remember, FC Laika in the white kit, Real Madrid, he has the lead here. 3-1 against Cheese Kimbap. But now Cheese Kimbap is using his strongest lineup with Paris Saint-Germain in the all blue kit attire. FC Laika is banned from using Liverpool, PSG as well as France. So that means he has to resort to his 4th choice team, which in this case is Real Madrid.
Not a bad choice again. I think honestly, if it were me, I would choose Real Madrid as my 4th choice. I don't think there's any other that will appeal quite as much as Real Madrid. Portugal, not so much. Maybe because it does have Cancelo, does have Rafa Guerrero, but still, Real Madrid, I think it's one level above.
it's just balanced. It's just balanced throughout the Real Madrid team.
Maybe
So
he
this-
doesn't have blazing speed though.
Well, you do have Vinicius Jr., you do have Rodrigo Gomes. You have some speed somewhere. It's not just all out, like it's not Mbappe level.
The
Obviously.
back line is pretty slow though.
Real Madrid's back line.
I mean, on the right side you have
Oh
Carvajal.
yeah, Dani Carvajal.
Yeah.
Sure, but he's still, he's still a solid right back. Maybe not fast, but just solid all around, and hopefully that's enough, for him.
Yeah, pretty much. I think as long as he stays back and doesn't do anything fancy, Carvajal can definitely be an asset to your team. And Carvajal will feature for Real Madrid on the side of FC Laika. He's 3-1 to the good against Cheese Kimbap. Can he keep it that way and book himself into the grand finals against the waiting Gen U? Gen U having made it all the way through the winners bracket. He is sitting pretty. He has 2 bites of the cherry. Hopefully, I know he hopes he only needs 1. Doesn't need the tension of having to take it to the second one.
There will be a bracket reset if. Yeah, there will be a bracket reset if the winner of this match defeats Gen U, then we have to go through another best of 3. So that will, pretty much, I wouldn't say tire out the players at all, because at this level, you really shouldn't you should be prepared for a long day out like this. A shot coming in for Real Madrid, testing the waters here again, showing that there are absolutely no pushovers. But still, yeah, offline events or rather grand final tournaments of old, 10-hour tournaments are actually not unheard of. If you remember all those years back, pre-COVID, pre-pandemic times.
Those were the days. It was so long ago. Even the more recent events are not quite as long and marathon as the ones we used to do in the early days of esports. Nice ball over the top here. Oh, just almost escapes. Snapping at it was Kylian Mbappe, but just cleaning stuff up was the big Belgian Thibaut Courtois, the snake. So, sorry, you didn't hear anything.
Can immediately tell who's the Chelsea fan, yeah?
Hit him very much. Anyway, does not matter. Going forward here, taking the ball, carrying it very far up the field is Leo Messi. Mbappe can't get past the man. Vinicius, the Valverde. Good build up by Cheese Kimbap, but eventually cut out by Laika. Now he has an opportunity to make one of his own. He sees a man on a run. That was well marshaled by Marquinhos. He saw the danger and just closed the gap. Opportunity here still for Laika. That defense of PSG doing well so far. The passing though not quite on point.
Modric actually, one of the oldest players on the field right now. I think he's like 35 years old at least, but he's still running as that dynamo in the middle and dictating the tempo of the game, basically with his range of passing as well as his understated athleticism. People think that he is, he's not the paciest guy. He's so relatively so, but he's so fit actually. Even at 35, he's leading teams forward. And now he's the most experienced player in Real Madrid with since the departure of Marcelo from the squad, right? So he'll be leading the front there. And even in this game, we see him interchanging positions with his striker, Karim Benzema. And look at the bottom of the screen. Look how Luka Modric is running. He's right now inside the penalty area there, trying to be that late runner into the box and supporting his strikers. Karim Benzema losing it out here because Modric on his right foot tries to go for a spin, a roulette actually. Nothing happening quite there. If he went for a shot, I wonder would have gone into the back of the net. Here comes Modric, hits it in! But another block away, and the ball bounces around. But in the end, it's grasped by Gianluigi Donnarumma.
Just want to point out, right, in real life, Modric has never been the busiest player, but that speed of thought that he has is really one step in front of everyone else. Just watch that match, Chelsea versus Real Madrid, that pass that he put in, amazing. No, once again, this looks like a penalty. It looks like a penalty, and a red card as well.
Oh, this could be huge. This could be huge. But remember, Chase Kimbap had the home team advantage. Laika is using his fourth choice team here, Real Madrid. And so Chase Kimbap, by right, he had the advantage going into this match here. But this is not the way, this is not the result that he's been looking for. A red card this early in the match. I think only 30 minutes has elapsed. And a penalty to boot as well. Karim Benzema will be taking that penalty. It could be a fourth goal for FC Laika here. We'll have to wait for the next few seconds. Substitutions coming in, I suppose, or maybe not. We'll have to see. But it's Karim Benzema stepping up. Can he make it? Oh my goodness! The penalty goes well wide, high into rosette of the Santiago Bernabeu, and still 3-1. Although again, Laika has the lead. And now he also has an added man in the field as well. So definitely still, in his favor.
To reference a former Real Madrid player, he Beckham'd it there. Totally just skied into rosette, Karim Benzema. Not his best effort. Real Madrid and Laika definitely have a good chance of going through here, especially against the right now 10 men of Cheese Kimbap's PSG. Oh, good shot there. Just stung the pump. Oh, the follow-up was fantastic. Kylian Mbappe reacts like an absolute viper, just slamming it home on the second opportunity after the shot from Leo Messi. Great stuff there from the French forward.
Very interesting here. The player with a man down manages to claw a goal back here. Of course, again, it's still early in the game, 60 minutes remaining in this match here. FC Laika has the ball, has the lead, although not really quite utilizing it much in attack, losing it again. Here he wins the ball back with Eden Hazard, who's not had really that great of a spell in the Santiago Bernabeu since his transfer from Chelsea. Vinicius Jr., is he trying a little bit too much there with the skill moves? We have seen it being used to good effect, but for some reason here in this matchup, it's not working all too well. All the skill moves has been tackled or nullified a bit rather too easily. Here comes Neymar. Can he make it three? Oh, he almost could. If not for the heroics there of the goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. Up for a corner kick. Attacking corner kick on the right side by Cheese Kimbap. Taken shot. Looking for Sergio Ramos. Messi now with a long range shot, and there we have it. Lionel Messi equalizes it for Cheese Kimbap, and for the first time in like 5 or 6 attempts, we've seen players do that type of driven long range shot, and finally we see one ripple the back of the net there. 3-0 in this matchup.
If it had to be anyone, it would be that man there. Lionel Messi just sends it into the top corner out of reach of Thibaut Courtois, and it seems like it's been a long-running meme or long-running joke that when a team goes down to 10 men, suddenly they seem to play better both in real life and especially when it comes to FIFA. But right now in this game, it seems to be quite true to form, because Cheese Kimbap is definitely playing so much better after Marquinhos was sent off. And right now, on aggregate, it is 3-0. Laika 3, Cheese Kimbap 3.
Start of the second half here, Benzema goes off really, and I don't blame FC. He's been pretty inefficient in this game here, in the first half of this game at least. And maybe hopefully Rodrigo will be able to inject some more dynamism up front for FC Laika's Real Madrid team. Here he comes, actually trying to get into a battle of foot race between himself and Achraf Hakimi. Unfortunately, the pass was really poor by the Brazilian player there. Vinicius Jr. now leading the charge as the number 9 in the team. Cheese Kimbap, he was down 3-1. Gets his star defender Marquinhos red carded. but somehow manages to claw it back to 3-3. This is a really interesting turn of events here, Muis. We might be even seeing, some sort of what you call that, a tiebreaker match, golden goals. If the scoreline still remains level here at the end of this game.
We've already had one tiebreaker match happen over the course of this LCL Grand Finals. But might happen again. Oh, Valverde just goes slightly wide. Then again, not exactly the man you would want on the end of a strike. He's not really known for his goal-scoring abilities, more for his creative and destructive abilities there, Federico Valverde. But, well, that was an opportunity and a bit of a scare for the 10 men of Cheese Kimbap. They are defending valiantly, as they would definitely have to be in that one-man deficit. But it is on the counter-attack that they will definitely be the more dangerous because of the sheer speed that they possess in someone like this man, Neymar Jr. going around his man. Oh, so close. Kylian Mbappe just going to connect.
Oh, Angel Di Maria, still the ball bouncing inside the box there. Di Maria manages to block it, but it still goes out for a throw in to the defender's side. Huge chances coming in for Cheese Kimbap. Imagine that, 10 men and still performing as good as a team with 11 on the field. It seems, like Cheese Kimbap is playing with a full squadron of men here on the field at least. But he's making things happen. Madrid right now for FC Laika, is he able to unlock the defenses? Oh, Vinicius Jr., you've had it right there, but you decided to turn one more, and one turn too many. Again, his chances like that. Now, had FC Laika been able to bury those chances, it wouldn't be as close this match. I mean, the difference in scoreline would have been a lot further.
The difference in possession statistics is not surprising. Cheese Kimbap conceding quite a lot of it to his opponent Laika, but that's because he has one extra man to pass to. Here he is moving forward once again. Laika dancing through. Surely must go in. What a save there. Goodness me, you would have bet your mortgage on that, but Gianluigi Donnarumma somehow keeps it out.
Was coming in from the corner, that goes wayward there, but that shot early on by Vinicius Jr. should have been the back of the net, but I really suspected that Cheese Kimbap controlled the goalkeeper, pushed him up into that far post, and that gives him, the additional positioning that's required by the goalkeeper to make that save. So, if he really did control the goalkeeper, which I really suspect he did, that was a brilliant defensive move there by Cheese Kimbap. Otherwise, he would have been 4-3, and he would definitely have been on the losing end there. Di Maria now for Lionel Messi, the shot coming in, well blocked. I believe that was, I'm not quite sure who that defender was, I didn't quite see it. Maybe it could be David Alaba, we'll see. Vinicius Jr. right now with the ball. Again, Luka Modric as that number 10, not making anything really happen. FC Laika has not scored a single goal in this matchup here. And even though he has had, an additional man on the field compared to his opponents, not really making it count. Definitely winning in terms of possession and accuracy, passing accuracy at least. So the base is there, but it's just the end result's not there quite yet. And again, that final pass, absolutely lacking.
Just nothing to separate these two teams so far. It's on a knife edge. It would seem that Cheese Kimbap has a much more difficult route to take because of that one-man deficit. But it seems like he's holding on well. He's happy to concede possession, but this might be where the difference is. Oh, just a whisker away, wide of the post there. Donnarumma not quite troubled. His heart may have skipped a beat for a moment there, but ultimately it wasn't even close to going in. Just realized this is a battle of two of the world's probably most despised goalkeepers, Donnarumma and Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah.
Right, lots of love lost between them and former supporters
But that's another tale for another time. This could be an opportunity for Real Madrid. Oh, what a tackle. They're absolutely crunching. Yeah. Nothing else. Almost agricultural that just... But he got the ball, and that's all that matters. And this could spring a counter attack. That heavy touch just brings that opportunity to an end. Real Madrid still pushing forward, trying to use that numerical advantage to good use. So far has not panned out, has not paid off. Still with the ball as we trickle into the end of the 90 minutes. It's almost there. Real Madrid, they have one last opportunity. Can they make it count? Can they put the bodies in? And ultimately, can they put the ball into the back of the net? Lots of dancing at the top of the key, but nothing is penetrating the box. What a defensive maneuver there by, of all people, Angel Di Maria. Ball now out. They could be seeing a tiebreaker match, and indeed we are going to 10 men. PSG survive a penalty and a sending off. What in the universe? And they've actually taken the win in this leg, bringing it to 3-all. Right now we're going to actually broadcast to you a tiebreaker sudden death. Golden goal.
So this is the rules here. No bans whatsoever. All the players can use the teams that they want. No bans whatsoever. They can do whatever they want here. But golden goal. First goal wins. First goal, whoever scores the first goal will go into the grand finals and score a matchup with BKFC's Genu's waiting right behind them, sneakily there in the beanbag chairs. But you know, this is it. Who scores wins? It's literally next goal wins at this stage here.
Yeah, indeed. And I think the play here is to go out with the most deadly forward line you can possibly find. That could be PSG's. That could be Liverpool's. Completely dependent on what these players want to utilize. Looks like Liverpool will be one of the choices. I bet that's Laika, right?
Laika is using Liverpool.
Very, very typical of Laika. And, of course, none other than PSG. PSG versus Liverpool. There's not going to be a full match, ladies and gentlemen. All we want to see is who gets the first goal. And they will be the ones who meet Genu in the grand finals for that huge television.
You know what? Let's take a look at the prize pool.
The huge television.
Courtesy of Prism Plus 55-inch 4K smart TV from Prism Plus here, and that is the huge kahunas here, the huge title. Waiting for the title, waiting for the champion. Of course, 5 other players from 2nd to 6th place will also get prizes, but it pales so much in comparison compared to the grand prize there. So thank you Prism Plus for providing such amazing prizes. But of course, again, it's not just these players today that will win a prize from Prism Plus. Every single Lions Italy competitor in this season that has played in FIFA, Pokemon Unite and Halo qualifiers will stand a chance to win a Prism Plus PG270 gaming monitor. This live draw will be held tomorrow, Sunday 26th of June, right after the end of the grand finals of the Pokemon Unite Championships. So that's of course something that you guys might have been waiting for. It will happen tomorrow, that draw. Meanwhile, back on the FIFA Championship action, the 2 players here, FC Laika and Cheese Kimbap, still doing the last minute tactical decisions. This will be important. They can't just rush into it because we are into golden goal territory. Literally, next goal wins. The person who does not score that goal will be knocked down, or rather knocked out of the tournament outright in 3rd place. So he will win himself $100. But of course, that is not the aim of the game here. It's to go up into the grand finals. We'll take a very quick look at the brackets right now. So looking at brackets, a lot of surprises. I have to admit, Moise, George SGP, who is the leader of the qualifier leaderboards, knocked out by Cheese Kimbap 5 goals to 4. Gaelic King, in fact, much earlier, already being knocked out by Cheese Kimbap. So Cheese Kimbap is on a giant killing roll at the moment here. Can he kill another giant in form of FC Laika here in the elimination bracket final at the bottom right corner of your screen here and get himself a berth in the grand finals against BKFC Gen U?
Can you imagine, and I'm not saying that this is gonna happen or if I want this to happen, but if Cheese Kimbap goes all the way through, meets Gen U, beats Gen U, then beats Gen U again. Oh, Gen U just gave me a look. He just shot me a dirty look there. He is not happy with that prediction. But yeah, if he does do that, then Cheese Kimbap, you know what? I stand up and applaud because that is a giant killing run of a lifetime.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going straight into the match. Golden goal rules here. Liverpool controlled by FC Laika. Paris Saint-Germain in the all-black, controlled by Cheese Kimbap. Next goal wins. The first player to score a goal will find himself in the grand finals together with BKFC Gen U, and they will fight to the end for the grand prize, courtesy of Prism Plus, that 4K 55-inch smart television. The loser of that match will go home with nothing more than $150. Still Kohar cash, but nothing like the TV. FC Laika versus Cheese. FC Laika on the ball now, lofts a through ball forward, well headed away by the captain of the PSG team, Marquinhos, into the hands of Gianluigi Donnarumma. The tension is really palpable here. The room has gone utterly silent. Here comes Lionel Messi at the right flank with nobody getting close to him. Kylian Mbappe! Oh, that should have been it! What a save! Alisson yet again. Corner kick, taken quickly, taken shot. Lionel Messi to Neymar, the long range shot! Oh, was it? Neymar! And Cheese Kimbap has done the improbable. He scores the goal with Neymar again, that long range shot from distance, and he finds himself in the grand finals, booking a place together with BKFC's Gen U.
I mean, there's excitement and there's drama and there are ways to settle scores. But what a way to score when it really matters from such long range. Neymar there, pinpoint accuracy, just sends a ballistic missile whistling into the top corner. Fantastic strike there by the Brazilian, unerring, unguided right to the top there. I don't know how he managed to get such precision on it, but it has sent Cheese Kimbap into the finals, and he will meet Gen U. Gen U has just taken his leave. You can see him in the corner of your picture in the black. He's the one doing the jumping jacks, I think. Yes, so that was an amazing, exciting... I'm running out of adjectives and superlatives to describe that match, but what a way to settle a score. Evil Sword has taken over my job. He's starting to take charge of updating the brackets, and he'll take you through the brackets right now.
I still got to download the brackets because unfortunately Dropbox is not working on my end, so I got to go through the manual method. But yeah, that we should be ready with the brackets now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look here. Oh my goodness, what a run that is by Cheese Kimbap. In the first round, knocked down into the elimination bracket by Primancer, losing 7-5 to him, dropping down to EB round 1 against to meet out Kafarov, beats Kafarov, then after that beats Gaelic King, after that beats George SGP, then beats FC Laika, and now into the grand finals. BKFC Gen U, Cheese Kimbap. There can only be one winner. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into a really short break. Really short break, no more than 2 minutes, I think, as we get ready the next match. It's going to be the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. Battlefield Hausa FC's Gen U up against Cheese Kimbap for the grand finals. The Lions City League Championships Grand Finals. We're here, Gen U, representing Balestier FC up against Cheese Kimbap. What a run it is by these two players, especially, I gotta admit, Cheese Kimbap, he's been in the elimination bracket since round 1, and now he went through 5-6 different rounds, and now he's in the Grand Finals. Let's take a look at the winners bracket to see how these two players ended up in the Grand Final.
It has been quite a contrast in terms of qualifying for both these teams. For Gen U, it has been relatively plain sailing, beating his BKFC teammate Payne before taking out Gaelic King in the semi-finals. In the finals, he beat Laika, and now that's why he finds himself in the Grand Final. For Cheese Kimbap is a lot more painful, I would say, having dropped down because he lost to Prime Answer initially. Then he had to go through the gauntlet that is the elimination bracket all the way through, beating Gaelic King, George SGP, and Laika, who was sent down by that man who sits beside him right now, Gen U. It is now the Grand Finals. Gen U taking on Cheese Kimbap. Gen U, remind you, everyone at home, has 2 bites of the cherry. For Cheese Kimbap, he needs to win it twice.
So bracket reset is in play. Everybody deserves a second chance. Gen U has not lost yet in the Lions City League Championships. So even if he loses this first round of 2 matches against Cheese Kimbap, he will have an additional 2 matches to play. Cheese Kimbap will need to win basically, like 4 matches in a row in order to get the prizes. Talking about prizes, let's take a look here at the grand prize, courtesy of the lovely company called Prism Plus, huge supporter of the Lions City League since day 1. 55-inch 4K smart TV, the Q55 QE Prism Plus TV is up for grabs for the champion of the Lion City League Championships. And the second place of this tournament will go back home with $150. No small change, but definitely no big kahunas like the Prism Plus TV.
Basically, the difference between the winner of this particular match and the one that comes in the loser of this match is an extra zeros worth of value in the prize money. That grand prize, that TV, definitely 10 times more, excuse me, than the second prize.
Yep, and we're going to let's take a look at the players themselves here. Taking a look at the crowd cam. We are of course live in our venue here at gamers.sg at 3500 Bukit Merah Bukit Merah, excuse me. Bukit Merah Central here at Gamers SG. Nice cozy place actually to hold your community level events. You know, if you're a community leader in any esports titles here in Singapore and you want to hold your events here, this is actually a very nice place. Head over to the website gamers.sg to learn more about this. You know, we've had lots of players from other communities like the Smash Brothers communities. They do their weekly events here. So even if you want to do weekly events, I think you should consider this a try. They've got, you know, great computers at the back. They've got two PlayStation 5 consoles. They even have a couple of not the jokers at the background there, but they got a couple couple of racing simulators actually in the background. You know, and this is a really nice, awesome place to hold your community level events. You don't have to go all the way to, you know, rent out the big exhibition slots or the exhibition halls, you know, in Suntec or Expo. You can come down to a place like this and hold your events here.
If you're a fan of the analog games, they do have board games as well. A little bit of a throwback just in case, you know, the digital era gets a little too overwhelming. But speaking of the digital era, that's exactly where we find ourselves on the PlayStation side of things. It is a FIFA22. It is the grand finals. It is Gen U taking on Cheese Kimbap. PSG against Manchester United. Should be an absolute cracker of an affair. These two players do know each other and they are ready to do battle. There you can see once again in the player cam just making a little bit of changes before we get into the game. Quite friendly, as you can see the banter on screen there, but it is all gonna be business when we finally get to kick off.
You know, Zeke, Cheese Kimbap together with Gen U here have been mainstays of the FIFA community for many years, and for good reason. They've always been at the top of the food chain basically, but this time now it's their turn to shine. There can only be one winner. Will it be Gen U with basically utilizing, oh excuse me, I forgot to update the overlays here, but there we go. Gen U in the blue, Paris Saint-Germain keep playing from right to left, or will it be Cheese Kimbap in the red and white of Manchester United? Here comes an attack. Oh, just Donnarumma able to smother the ball, but the pass, the roll out, a little short there. Luckily on the second bite of the cherry, he's able to pass the ball to Nuno Mendes. Kylian Mbappe down the middle. Passing it long to the right flank with Neymar there. It's being hounded by Luke Shaw. Outside is Wijnaldum. Messi. 1-2 perhaps. No, just goes away. All on his lonesome there. Kylian Mbappe unfortunately not able to get the shot away. Or maybe that could... tangan cam. Oh no, we got a physical injury here for Cheese Kimbap. Again, esports, athleticism.
It's a good thing we have a first aid trained audience member. If needed, there we see just introducing those of you who are in the Be gentle. Oh.
Stretch there. Who says that esports is not an actual sport? You can actually get physically injured here in esports, you know. So, you know, this is. But then again, these guys been playing non-stop from 1 p.m. So for the past 6-7 hours, they've been playing non-stop, and they need some physiotherapy here from our dear good friend of the Lion City League, Mr. Philibert. Some of you may know him in the as a shoutcaster, Def Adder, really high-ranking member of the esports community here in Singapore, and for good reason. Look at that,
and physiotherapist as well.
Very well prepared. Confirms, okay, bro. Pain but good. No pain, no good. Huh?
No pain, no gain, no TV, bro. So, oh man, look, the magic fingers of Death Adder have revitalized our player there. We are ready. This is all friendly. This is great fun. Just testing out his thumb there. Thumbs are limber once again. We totally know about abusing muscles and body parts for 7 hours or so straight. We've been doing that with our vocal cords. Thankfully, our voices are still able and working. Genu versus Cheese Kimbap. This is our grand finals. Making headway. Yes, an opportunity there for Genu.
Huge save there by David De Gea, conceding a corner kick taken short this time by Genu on the PSG side of things. Why now? Is he going to go for another long range shot? Not quite yet. Marquinhos, Angel Di Maria on the wrong foot, however, still going back to Angel Di Maria, but this time the United defenders are able to provide a united front in terms of defense here. Genu, however, reclaims the ball back really quickly. Messi on the counter-attack, not quite happening. Paul Pogba collects the ball, but wayward pass. PSG collects the ball back again. Lionel Messi in the middle of the pitch. Forced to go back to Wijnaldum from heavy pressure by Fred from United. Cheese versus Genu, scoreline still 0-0. Early days, however, 15 minutes only has elapsed, and Kylian Mbappe is not able to get past the defender. Talking about that, one of our shoutcasters for tomorrow's Pokemon Unite tournament, the LCL Championships, Phoenix, he's actually raided us with his party here. Thank you very much, Phoenix, for coming down here tonight for the FIFA Championships. We will see you tomorrow for the Pokemon United Championships. Phoenix, of course, in the chat room there will be one of our shoutcasters tomorrow. But back to the action on the field. Still, pretty much things are all equal here. Nobody really getting ahead of themselves. As I say that, Ronaldo with the snapshot. Donnarumma with the smart save, diving down to his right to deny the first goal there. But still, after 20 minutes, Moise, scoreline still remains 0-0.
Something that's notable to me from Genu is just how calm he is whenever there is action in front of his goal mouth. He'll pass it back to his goalkeeper.
Offside, right?
The passing to set that up was fantastic, but unfortunately the striker had moved a little bit too early. But the vision to simply pick him out, that was exquisite. Right now, Genu trying to push forward, but that defense, that Manchester United defense is holding on strong. Luke Shaw here on the left side to Rafa Varane. Fregi, number 17 from Brazil, to Paul Pogba, now headed back to Juventus. PSG trying to exploit the gap. Is this onside? Oh, Messi should have done a lot better with that opportunity. Messi should have buried it, tried to go past the keeper, but just runs himself into a brick wall in the form of a Manchester United defender.
Yeah, he tried to do the ball roll to his right side, but unfortunately for him, there was already not just a defender there, but David De Gea, the goalkeeper, was also prepared to dive down that direction as well. I wonder if he had rolled the ball to his left instead, onto his favorite left foot, maybe the results would have been different there. But again, another counter-attack by Genu in the blue of Paris Saint-Germain. Well defended. Aaron Wan-Bissaka deployed as a centre-back here by Cheese Kimbap. Again, for good reason. He's he may not be the tallest guy on the block. Oh, just as I say that, a penalty by Luke Shaw. England's left back there conceding a penalty. This is a huge opportunity for Genu to get the go-ahead goal here. Neymar sizes up his opposition. David De Gea for Cheese Kimbap. Who will be the victor in this penalty kick? Oh,
once again!
Skies it to Rose of the Parc des princess. And that goes into the stratosphere. Neymar unable to make that penalty count. That's 2 penalties missed out of 2 so far we've seen in the LCL championships.
And both of them were against Cheese Kimbap. So Cheese Kimbap is the yes, he is the master of surviving when it comes to facing penalties. Both of them have not even been hit on a target. So he is really living an absolutely blessed, jaded life there. Cheese Kimbap right now. He is on the attack. Janu steps in, clearing the ball, still at the feet of a Manchester United player for Cheese Kimbap. This time, Janu gets it back. Does he unleash the speed of Kylian Mbappe? Kylian Mbappe there was ready to pounce, but the ball just not precise enough.
Yeah, Mbappe is not able to get past his French compatriot there, Raphael Varane. Scoreline still remains 0-0. I still wonder how did Janu miss that penalty earlier. There was such a huge opportunity for him to get ahead in the score sheet here, but still 0-0. And I think Cheese Kimbap, luckily this time, no red card against his defender there. But Kylian Mbappe with the opportunity again. Raphael Varane just knows his opposition striker inside out there and easily dispossesses his international teammate off the ball. Coming to the end of the first half here in this first match, there is the halftime whistle. Still 0-0, really close match. Remember, Janu, he has the slight advantage as the winner from the winners bracket finals. He still has that second chance. So even if he loses these 2 matches against Cheese Kimbap, it's not all over. The bracket will be reset and he gets another chance. Cheese Kimbap, however, if he loses in these 2 matches, that's it, game over. Janu wins the TV.
It is going to be close. From what I've observed in that first half, it is a display of good defending from both these teams. It's not like they were wasteful in front of goal. It's just that both these defenses are standing quite firm and doing their jobs to the best of their abilities. Yes, a penalty was conceded, but unfortunately not being put in and not being taken advantage of. And like you said previously, Evil Sword, luckily there was no other ramification and no red card in the offing. So this could be a tight match ahead. Unless, of course, early on here, managing to wiggle his way through. Janu did the hard work, but when it got to the shot, he just couldn't pull the trigger.
That I think is the downside of Lionel Messi. We know he is one of the legends of the game. Some might argue he is even the greatest of all time. But in this game here, the weakness is definitely his near non-existing right foot. His weak foot rating is really not good enough for these stages of play, compared to players like Neymar and compared to players like Kylian Mbappe, his 2 teammates there. And Cristiano Ronaldo saved and then off the post as well. And again, that's the sheer power of Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's why I believe Cheese Kimbap still believes in the power of United, at least in this game, because you've got a player like Cristiano Ronaldo up front. Unfortunately for Cheese Kimbap, the shot just came a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, parried it off the post, and still somehow it's 0-0.
I'm sure waxing lyrical about Manchester United has absolutely nothing to do with what you're wearing right now, Siddiq. Just in case you guys don't know what he's wearing a Manchester United top. Of course, that's just mere coincidence, not fanaticism or biasness or what have you. But yes, that
You're
was
just salty that nobody chooses Chelsea.
I am salty nobody uses Chelsea, but that's a different tale for a different time. But Manchester United there with an opportunity, but it was a great save by the goalkeeper of PSG, Gianluigi Donnarumma, and also from the post. So close. I think that must have been the closest opportunity so far, bar the penalty attempt. Janu and Cheese Kimbap are going at it hammer and thongs. Both of them very close to getting the go-ahead goal for themselves, but as it stands, it's still nothing to separate them. 0-0 on the scoreline as we get into the last half an hour. In fact, we are into the last half an hour of this first leg.
And it has been a very, very long day for all these players. They've been playing non-stop for the past 7 hours straight here, and coming into the 8th fifth hour, in fact. So again, as we saw earlier on, it's really tense here. The tension is palpable. People are getting really tired. But to be a champion, you got to last the distance. And right now, it's either one of these two fantastic players, Janyo or Cheese Kimbap, will be crowned as the champion. But they've got to last the distance here. 70 minutes have elapsed, and still, for some reason, still 0-0. Again, remember, Cheese Kimbap, he is using his fourth choice team, and there's a goal there. Marcus Rashford scores one for Cheese Kimbap here in nearing the end of the first match in this two-legged affair here. Of course, it's still not game over yet. Janyu, however, he has been struggling to get into the box of Cheese Kimbap, and again, that penalty attempt is going to rule that chance, man.
Cheese Kimbap doing well defensively, and when given the opportunity, he has found the back of the net. He came really close just minutes before, but the goalkeeper denied him. This time, no error in the finishing. Puts him to the back of the net. Cheese Kimbap 1-0 up against Janyu. Can this be two? He senses that there's an opportunity. He smells blood. He's into the box, but well cut out by Janyu. Janyu keeps it at a deficit of 1. Janyu, you're right, Evilsword has been struggling a little bit in this match to get a foothold in, and I think deservedly Cheese Kimbap is leading.
Yeah, I do wonder what is it that Cheese Kimbap has done to nullify the huge attacking threat that PSG has in their arsenal, the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Angel Di Maria, and there's nothing that these players have done basically. Luckily for Janyu, he's able to control the goalkeeper into a better position in there, but there's nothing that he could do with a header like that from the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo. It's 2-0 ahead for Cheese Kimbap right now. Remember, he is using his fourth choice team here, Manchester United, because of the home team advantage that enables the home player to ban up to 3 teams from use here, and Cheese Kimbap is not able to use meta teams like Paris Saint-Germain, like Liverpool and France, and he has to utilize his fourth choice, which is Manchester United, and for some reason he's still winning this game, and pretty handily at that. 2-0.
If there's anything that definitely separates the two potential greatest of all time players, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, the aerial ability is definitely one of them, and Cristiano Ronaldo there soars like a majestic eagle and just plants the header past the goalkeeper. He puts his team 2-0 up. Opportunity. Almighty scramble there in the box. Janyu just couldn't put the finishing touches on that goal. Still has the opportunity for an attack here. The last 3 minutes on the clock. Janyu pushing forward. Can he close the gap to 1? Right now, Cheese Kimbap with a 2-goal cushion and looking good to go into the second leg and get himself into the reset. But there we have it right at the end. Kylian Mbappe, the irrepressible French forward, finally gets in on the act, even if it had to wait almost the entirety of the match. 2-1 it ends in the first leg. Still everything to play for.
That final goal there by Janyu will be a massive boon to him. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us here, not so sure what the rules are regarding these grand finals. So all the players will have to play 2 legs, home and away, and the total aggregate scoreline will determine the winner. Basically, who scores more goals in 2 games will be declared as a winner here. So that scoreline, 2-1 in favor of Cheese Kimbap. That's a good advantage that Cheese Kimbap has going into the next game. But of course, not all is over. If Janyu is able to win the next match by at least 1 goal or even more, there's still a chance for him to win the whole championship.
It's a lot less that Janyu has to do. It's a little bit easier for him, but there is, despite the friendship that these two have, despite the respect, the mutual respect, the tension is quite palpable on their faces. Quite obvious there when we look at the player cam. The stress is just etched all over in every crevice and crack and wrinkle on their face right now. it is all to play for, but for very differing reasons. For Gen U, it's so close, just one step away from being crowned the grand champion. For Cheese Kimbap, he has to keep himself in with another win just to get a reset and a second bite at the cherry. He has to win two, basically has to win all 4 of those games. It's not gonna be easy for Cheese Kimbap, but he has already shown that it is entirely possible and that he is capable of beating Gen U. Gen U, though, that last goal, as you mentioned, could prove very, very costly for Cheese Kimbap. Depending on what happens here, it will be Manchester United versus PSG. Once again, this time, though, it will be Gen U who will be using the team from Manchester.
And the scoreline, remember, Genu on the left side, on the left side of the screen now. He is down a goal to 2. Scoreline is 2-1 in favor of Cheese Kimbap here. Looking at the tactics, of course, remember, this is the grand finals. If Cheese Kimbap, coming up from the losers bracket, the elimination bracket, if Cheese Kimbap beats Genu in this match, we will have a bracket reset. We'll have to replay the entire grand finals again, because everybody deserves a second chance, including Genu, who has not dropped a single match yet. And so we'll have to play this all over again. So the night might still go on for us here, here in the Lion City League FIFA 22 Championships. Unless if Gen U can turn things around here using Manchester United against the strengths of Paris Saint-Germain and defeat Cheese Kimbap by a deficit of more than 2 goals. Or 2 goals or more, rather.
I just realized that it's entirely possible that there will be 6 matches being played.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. It will be double tiebreakers. That... If that sounds exhausting, that's because it is.
6 games in play?
Yeah.
In what way?
So if they tie this one, and then it goes to a tiebreaker.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's still the tiebreaker golden goal. Oh my goodness me. Oh wow.
That's a minimum that there will be a golden goal in that match. It could go on infinitely forever.
Yeah, you're right. Oh no.
Yes,
Time to go back to the drawing board for next season then.
But I'm sure it will be eventually be finished, if nothing else by sheer fatigue, because like we've been mentioning, these guys have been at it for hours and hours and hours. It is fatigue on their face that you can see. That's quite clear. There's also a lot of tension. These guys are the cream of the crop. They are fighting it out in the finals. Who will pick up the grand prize of that 55-inch Prism Plus television? That is the question that we're here to answer. Will it be Cheese Kimbap or will it be Gen U?
Well, we do see on screen right now both these 2 players, Gen U and Cheese Kimbap. If you're wondering who is who, Gen U is the one that's closest to the camera right now. On the left in the grey jacket with the words London, England on it. That is, oh sorry, excuse me, that's Cheese Kimbap actually. Gen U is the one in the black with the spectacles on. You know, it's getting very late lah. I'm so tired lah, talking all day long also. Penat bro. So, but in any case, well, at least we're here just talking. These guys are actually fighting for prizes. And just to remind you what the prize pool is, ladies and gentlemen, we have the pyramid of prizes here. The Lion City League Championship prize pool for FIFA 22, almost $2,000 worth of cash and prizes. The grand prize at stake in this match here is of course courtesy of Prism Plus, their Q55 QE 4K Smart TV, 55-inch of visual goodness here. Unfortunately, we you know, the winner will not go home with one right now. We'll deliver to him later on. But fun fact, they're actually playing on this exact same monitor, so they know what they're getting themselves into. And you know, it's kind of cool knowing that, hey, this is the prize I'm gonna win. It's staring at me right in the face.
It gives a whole new meanings to the phrase eyes on the prize, because the eyes have been on the prize throughout this competition. Over 6 hours worth of it. It is exceptionally exhausting, but the end is in sight. The end game is nigh. Will it be Genu? Will it be Cheese Kimbap? The game is about to begin. Manchester United versus Paris Saint-Germain. Again, this time it is a mirror matchup with Genu taking charge of Manchester United, and Cheese Kimbap will be PSG. From right to left, and in possession of the football at the moment is Cheese Kimbap. Attacking down the right. Genu now pushing forward. Manchester United, we've already seen that Man U can beat PSG under the right circumstances. He'll need that to happen again to win that television. Ooh, there was a slip there by Kylian Mbappe, but still it was adjudged to be offside. You can still be offside and on your bum at the same time. Paul Pogba here to Jadon Sancho. Paul Pogba finds his midfield partner, Freddy. Sancho down this right side. Oh, nice flick there to Bruno Fernandes. Paul Pogba. Fernandes. Just before it got to the danger man, Cristiano Ronaldo was cut out by the defense of PSG, and now the burners are on. Kylian Mbappe just powering through the speed of a man, and it is a goal for Paris Saint-Germain on the counter-attack. The quick sucker punch by Neymar Jr.
Cheese Kimbap, 3-1 right now here. It's all not going down well for Genu. He might be going to a bracket reset here, ladies and gentlemen. Cheese Kimbap keeps on with this fine vein of form here. The cross coming in into the no man's land at the back post. There is such a dangerous space to get the ball into right behind the defensive line, but a little bit too far ahead for the goalkeeper. But in this case, David De Gea doing pretty well to collect the ball there. Cheese Kimbap, 3-1 in the lead here. We might be looking at greatness happening right now. Genu using Manchester United, the red and white attire here. Can he do the improbable and score at least 3 goals against Paris Saint-Germain?
Still early doors though. He has 70 minutes to do so, more than 70 minutes in fact. Just 3 goals in 70 minutes, entirely possible, both in this game and in real life. Right now, it is PSG though who are on the attack once more. This is Lionel Messi on the wing. Just manages to keep it in. Gini Wijnaldum chips it back to the Argentinian player. Back to Gini Wijnaldum. Eventually, Luke Shaw steps in and gets the ball back for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes can't make anything happen in the middle of the park.
Here comes Cheese Kimbap on that left flank yet again. Neymar with his agility, but all the defenders just stepping away from him, deciding to try and cut out the passes here, Genu, and well, that did work out for him. Oh, getting the ball smacked into his face there, Kylian Mbappe, and in his days, he just passes to empty thin air at the north side of him. Or Pogba now for Genu. Can Manchester United craft out at least 1 goal in a response against Cheese Kimbap's imperiousness on the field? Nothing happening there as Paris Saint-Germain, the all-blue attire of Cheese Kimbap, manages to recover possession, and now attacking on the right flank. Kylian Mbappe drifting outwards from the central channel of the park. Not able to get past Eric Bailly on the first attempt, does get it on the second attempt. Can he show Varane and Views? Neymar makes it 2. Cheese Kimbap, 4-1 is the scoreline here. We should be going to a bracket reset unless we see a response of at least 3 more goals from BKFC's Genu.
A brace so far from the Brazilian. Neymar could be a hat-trick here. Nice save by David De Gea. Not giving his opponent any time to breathe. Oh! Everyone loves it when you put it top bins, but unfortunately that one just goes wide of the stanchion. Could have been a beautiful fit there for Cheese Kimbap. Still, he is pressing hard for more goals. Genu needs to stem the flow, needs to make himself an opportunity. This could be it. The pass to Cristiano Ronaldo just too hard, just going right in front of the Portuguese striker. It still stands as we get into the halftime period. 4-1 Cheese Kimbap leads. This will end up, if it ends up this way, it will be a bracket reset and we will have to go for a complete new set of matches.
4-1 the current scoreline here. Cheese Kimbap, who would have thought, him winning the first match using Manchester United and now using his best team with no bans affecting him right now, using Paris Saint-Germain in the all-blue attire and scoring a couple of goals against Manchester United, defending well as well. However, he concedes a corner kick on that left side near the end of the first half of this second leg in the grand final. And Janyu get at least one back. It's Paul Pogba inside the box. And Pogba, the shot, and he goes wide when the opportunity was sitting right in front of him to claw a goal back. But still, the deficit remains at 3 goals.
That was really wasteful, I must say. Paul Pogba was right in front of goal. No one really challenging him. He just took a snapshot. This is once again.
What?
This was Rashford.
What must Janyu do here? We're looking at shades of Primans here in Janyu. Now that is absolutely ridiculous. First the shot from Pogba goes well wide, and now the shot from Rashford hits the bar, or rather hits the post and out for a goal kick. Maybe the third time's the charm, but here comes a sliding challenge there by Presnel Kimpembe. Ball gets knocked out and Cheese Kimbap just happy to knock it back to David De Gea so that the referee can call time here in the first half. 4-1 lead, however, for Cheese Kimbap. Is this, Moise, in your opinion, an insurmountable lead for Janyu, or can he make things happen?
Janyu, we've seen him time and time again. He's capable of scoring goals in bunches, and that is his signature. He needs to do so in the second half, probably get one really early on. He needs 3 to just bring this to a third game, a tiebreaker. If he does that, I think it will really put pressure on Cheese Kimbap. But he has to climb that mountain first. So 3 goals in 45 minutes. Is it possible? Sure. Is it probable? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It is entirely possible for someone of the caliber of Janyu to do so. It is just whether he can step up to the plate and do it when it counts.
Yeah, well, start of the second half of this second match here between Janyu and Cheese Kimbap. Remember, if Cheese Kimbap wins this match, the bracket will be reset. We'll have to run the grand finals all over again, as Janyu has not gotten his second chance. He has had an unbeaten run in the LCL championships before this, so he does deserve a second chance, a second bite at the cherry if Cheese Kimbap beats Janyu. Excuse me. Just as I say that, Janyu does win the ball back, and just as I say that, Cheese Kimbap wins the ball back again. Possession now in the feet of Lionel Messi on the right, bamboozling Luke Shaw. Can he go for a 5th goal here? Cheese Kimbap out for a goal kick in the end.
I was just caught with the words bamboozling Luke Shaw. Not particularly difficult to do. But that being said, it is Cheese Kimbap still very firmly in the lead, 3 goals. Pushing ahead now is Janyu. Janyu chips it over. Trying to get his head on the ball was Cristiano Ronaldo. CR7 could not get a header in. Well defended by the team from Paris. Team in blue now still in control of proceedings. That deficit as it sits is at 3, and every minute that it crosses out from that timer just makes that burden feel heavier and heavier. Getting the ball back definitely does make you feel better about your situation, though. Is it a through pass? Can Rashford get onto it? Rashford though is pushed wide. Rashford needs to get the ball into the box, but Nuno managed there. Great defense from the youngster, just getting the ball away. This has to be offside. No, is it not?
What? It's not offside?
It's not
not
offside.
Wow. Okay. Well, then we'll take that no matter what, and that will claw his deficit down to only 2 goals. And now we're talking about, it being very possible for a comeback to happen. Now the question, however, is whether there's enough time for him to do so. And I do believe there should be about 20 minutes or so. And that surely is enough to claw back 2 goals. Unless, of course, Cheese Kimbap has other plans in mind.
This is where the tactical changes come into play. We see Idrissa Gana Gueye coming in on the side of Paris Saint-Germain. Not really any sort of tactical or shape change for either of these teams, just a bit of a personnel change on the side of PSG. Is that to shore up the defense, you think? Is it because, I think it was Gini Wijnaldum that came off. Yeah, is it because Idrissa Gana Gueye is better in defense, has more defensive nous than Gini Wijnaldum, and that's exactly what Cheese Kimbap is doing by putting him in to just secure this win?
Yeah, absolutely, because the defensive ratings for Idrissa Gueye, he is a proper CDM compared to Gini Wijnaldum, who's more of a box-to-box athletic type of player. Wijnaldum has lots of energy to burn, but again, the defensive ratings, I don't think is anywhere near Idrissa Gana Gueye, who is trained out a proper defensive mid. So I think you're right, it is to put some additional steel at the back there, especially when you're dealing with the likes of Ronaldo dropping deep, Bruno Fernandes, as well as Marcus Rashford, who's been threatening all game long. Here comes Ronaldo, but Presnel Kimpembe again. PSG, the defense, the choices at the back are almost as astounding as the choices they have up front. Presnel Kimpembe together with Sergio Ramos, and now Idrissa Gana Gueye as well. And you know, they're just so complete, this PSG team. Maybe Neymar can get another one for Cheese Kimbap, not quite yet. Still another 20 minutes, however, for Genu to counter with the 2 goals that he needs.
That's exactly why PSG is the go-to team for so many of these players. It's because of that great combination of silk and steel. Speaking of silk and steel, there, Cristiano Ronaldo with a shot on target. Manchester United and Genu not giving up just yet. The time is close to the end, but there is still time to make a difference here. Just twisting and turning. Was that Paul Pogba? Indeed, it was Paul Pogba getting the shot off, but just could not bury it in the back of the net. Genu still pushing hard. He needs 2 in 15 minutes. This is very, very close. Oh, is that a penalty? Is that a foul? No, it's not called. Manchester United still pouring forward. In fact, if I was Genu, I'd just go completely balls out at this moment. Nothing left to lose. Just as I say that gap widens 5-3. Genu is looking like he has to prepare himself mentally for that reset. Might get worse now. 3 goals in 10 minutes is probably unlikely gonna happen. Reset will be, then it is truly do or die.
They're 5-2 right now in advantage of Cheese Kimbap. I think it's excuse me, it's a foregone conclusion now that we will go into a bracket reset unless somehow in the next 10 in-game minutes Manchester United, controlled by Genu, can do the near impossible at this stage here and score 3 goals in the next 10 minutes also. It's more looking more increasingly like it will go the other way instead. Neymar there with the green timed shot, unable to get the 6th goal for his team here. Time is running out for Genu, but I think he just has to get ready for the bracket reset, and we have to do it all over again. Fatigue is setting in, tiredness is setting in. Both the players are making mistakes left and right, but it is Cheese Kimbap with the huge advantage here. He definitely has the momentum. Now the question is, can he keep that momentum for the next 2 games as well? He's gone so far. He's went through every single round of the elimination bracket in order to activate this bracket reset that will happen in just a few moments time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a huge upset if Genu loses to Cheese Kimbap in the next 2 matches. We will have to see it all over again here, but I have to say Cheese Kimbap has definitely earned his place in this grand finals.
Yes, most definitely. He has played the most number of matches as well. Cheese Kimbap really powering through that fatigue to make himself a contender. And this seems like a foregone conclusion right now with the 90th minute dagger through the heart of Genu. 6-2. That will be that for this first tie. We will go into a bracket reset. This time it is truly do or die. Anyone can win it now. Whoever wins this upcoming set of 2 matches, ostensibly 2 matches, could be more. Very careful in saying that. But whoever wins this upcoming set of matches will be the champion.
All right, guys, just before we go into this bracket reset, we'll take a quick 2-minute break so the players can get a little bit of rest. We can definitely see they're very fatigued, their hands are tired and all that. So we will go into a very, very quick 2-minute break or so. When we come back, we have the bracket reset between these 2 fantastic players here. It's Gen up against Cheese Kimbap. There can only be 1 winner. Do stay tuned to watch that happen. Hi guys, welcome back. The players are getting ready right now. They are setting up the match for the bracket reset. But in the meantime, I'm here with one of our partners from Prism Plus, Denisa Tan, partnership and community executive from Prism Plus. Just want to say firstly, thank you very much. Your company Prism Plus has been like really the very first supporter, external supporter and partner of the Lion City League, and you've believed in us since day one. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. We started this as just a community event, and you guys literally from day one said we'll support you. These are the prizes we can get, and even right now today, one of these gentlemen in front of us here will go back home with a huge 55-inch TV. So that's absolutely huge, actually. So we just want to ask you a couple of questions before we start the matchup, since we got a little bit of time to spare, right? So evidently Prism Plus is a major supporter of local esports as well. So I'd just like to know what's your views regarding local esports in general here in Singapore, and maybe how you envision the future of local esports.
I mean, over the years, right, esports has grown drastically, especially like during COVID and everything. Everybody has gone to gaming, and I feel that overall, esports is a growing space, and in Singapore, you can see that schools even are being more supportive of the esports culture, and we feel that we are as Prism Plus as a company, we are super duper proud to help you guys and help the community grow further and further.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do see Prism Plus being very supportive of, again, not just LCL but a lot of other events. So maybe you want to give some examples to our fans as well. What other events or initiatives does Prism Plus support, so maybe we can also come down to those events and show more support as well.
Yes, definitely. We are actually also working with, as of late, the most recent one we are working with is Good Games Asia. I'm not sure if you're aware.
Yeah.
So they're actually doing a YouTube series with a bunch of gamers and live streamers, and
it's like a drama, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit like a drama. But yeah, we actually sponsored co-sponsored most of their products there. Like all the monitors you see there are from us. The prizes that they're giving out also is from us. We're actually giving out a 6-inch TV there as well. Yeah, so it's quite a big and elaborate setup, but we are very supportive of the community, and we think that it will only go up from here.
Awesome. Yeah, so I actually do watch a few episodes of New Game Asia. Maybe not on its release, but still it's really a lot of drama.
Yeah,
really interesting to watch.
Yeah, they're aiming on like a more dramatic angle, I guess.
But that's amazing. Any other comments you would like to give? Since I think the match is about to start really soon here. But anything that you'd like to say from your company to our viewers here at home?
Yeah. So actually, because Prism Plus is a homegrown company, we do want to support local. We do want to see and help build the community as much as we can. So for all the viewers here and all of the people who are pursuing e-gaming, we are very proud to be part of what you guys want to do, and we support you to the fullest.
Yeah, and that's absolutely true. Again, Prism Plus has been number one, from day one, the LCL's, first and biggest supporter as well. So again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. We wouldn't have been able to give our competitors and not only just 55-inch screen TV, in this picture here, this is one of the prizes you are giving out here, the Q55QE, but also for every single competitor of the Lion City League, they also stand a chance to win a Prism Plus gaming monitor, the PG270, and these two are fantastic products in your lineup here. So you're not giving us like a very old legacy items. You're giving us pretty much your flagship stuff here. So we really do appreciate your help and support for the Lion City League. And if there's anything that we can help you guys in the future, collaborate in the future, just let us know.
Yes.
Alright, thank you so much everybody. Alright, so this is from Prism Plus, Denisa Tan, Partnerships and Community Executive. Hopefully this won't be the last time we'll ever see her in the Lion City League, and hopefully we'll see more of them in the future. So thank you very much, Denisa. Okay, we'll see you again there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going into the match. I think let's take a look at the match up, and yeah, we might be going into the grand final soon. Denisa, we'll see you guys later, Denisa, and you can have a seat at the back and watch the grand finals with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
A triple cast. We got a special guest, surprise guest here. Philibert, known as Def Adder, is one of the, if you have been watching FIFA for like 10 years over, you know this guy. The OG caster here. Phil, nice to have you here. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I'm feeling excellent. Thank you for having me. You guys have been doing an amazing job, and it's I think this game is really worth, like you said, worthy of the grand title of grand final.
Yeah, it's been a huge match so far, and I know you've joined us, just before the grand final started about 45 minutes ago, and you even became our on-site physiotherapy, helping out, our elite esports athletes here and making sure they're at the top of their game here. So, esports is very different now compared to last time. Not just playing game, and now must be physically in top shape as well.
Oh, I mean, you've always had to be physically in top shape as a professional gamer, right? But this is an amazing chance, and just rude. So I think this is going to be pretty sad if this is what he's going to rule right at the very end. Yeah,
again, this is Genu in the blue of Paris Saint-Germain against Cheese Kimbap in the red and white of Manchester United. Muiz, we've seen Manchester United being used at almost every single round already, and I know you're not a big fan, but again, it's chances like that maybe you start thinking that maybe Manchester United could be a sleeper meta pick in FIFA 22.
You know what? I'll give it to the players who have been using Manchester United. It seems to be working for them, so, whatever works, use it. And right now it's working for Cheese Kimbap against Genu. He is already 1-0 up. He is doing well with, it wouldn't be my pick, but he's doing well with it, so kudos to him.
This is a reason why we have 20 titles, right, Siddiq? You don't gain 20 English titles, just by slacking off at the back end.
Not in the game, though.
Not in the game, but I think the game is based off the actual real life scenario, right? So again, maybe Chelsea not doing so well this season. But,
what are you talking about? Chelsea, the world champions, man. The world
champions, but couldn't complete the quad. So that's a bit unfortunate.
Okay, at least we competed in the finals, Manu?
Well, good stuff from Ronaldo and Pogba. So I think it's just a matter of they need to clear out their passing lanes, right? Both players doing excellent defensive work, but it just seems there's a bit of a breakdown right in that final half. Or final quarter, rather.
We might see Rashford here breaking down the offside trap as he scores Manchester United's second goal in this match. Cheese Kimbap is building a steady but assured lead here. 2 goals to the good. Remember, Cheese Kimbap went to every single round of the elimination bracket, and now he forced a bracket reset as well, which means he has played well over, I think, like easily 20 games or something, and he still has the energy and the focus to get a 2-goal lead early on against Genu here.
Just gives me great memories of that game against Bayern, right? Everyone counting people out, but right when the goods are needed, you're there, you deliver like Amazon Prime, 2-hour delivery.
Waiting for the collaboration with Jeff Bezos here with LCL, but you keep us in touch, Jeff Bezos. But in talking about delivering, Cheese Kimbap, he really has delivered. He faltered very early on his very first match against Prime Menzer in round 1 of the winners bracket, but ever since then, it's been a perfect run for him all the way to the grand finals. And quite honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he does defeat Genu to win that championship. Then again, Genu, we know his caliber, we know his quality, what he can put to the table here, and we can never count out a player like Genu. Otherwise, why would a team like Bellator House assign him and pick him up as one of the esports athletes here? So there's definitely something special in his bag. Now, what we are wondering here is whether he can plug it out of the bag, and just like that, he needs help from Gianluigi Donnarumma, who plugged a great save out of his arsenal there to keep the scorelines pretty respectable at 2-0. But still, Manchester United is dominating proceedings at the moment, shot after shot, attempt after attempt, and they have the lead here, 2 goals to 0 in the first 30 minutes.
shades of that first match that they played in the finals before the reset. Cheese Kimbap taking the lead early on with this Manchester United side. Jen Yu only managed to score late on, and eventually that wasn't quite enough for him to win the tie, and that's exactly why we end up having this reset. Cheese Kimbap dominant early on. Can he hold on to it all the way through like he did in that first set of matches? He definitely is hoping so. Jen Yu defending well now against this Manchester United side. Could have been an opportunity, but he gets away with it.
I mean, at this stage, it's pretty much literally a battle of attrition, right? We've had Cheese Kimbap cramping on his hand. You've got Jenyu trying to figure out what he needs to do to get back into this game. And we're going to see an amazing chance right there, just right in the nick of time on that in that last final quarter with the block. He's trying to form something. Ronaldo once again, but unable to just thread the needle, and that seems to be the theme of the whole kind of couple of final games. They're getting to there, they're finishing, they're kneading the dough, but just as they try to put it into the oven, you know, you just have to slip on the olive oil on the floor and just can't get there to the finish line.
Exactly, build-up play is no problem for Genu. What's lacking for him is, like you said there, trying to put the dough into the oven. That's been pretty missing from his arsenal at the moment, but maybe Mbappe can do something, not against Rafael Varane, who we have to admit has been absolutely phenomenal in this game, or rather in FIFA 22 for Manchester United. One of the best defensive new signings they have in the team here, at least in FIFA 22 terms. And going into half-time in this first match of this two-legged affair, it is Cheese Kimbap with the 2-0 lead. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Cheese Kimbap is playing with his fourth choice team. He's not allowed to use Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain, as well as France here, all three considered highly meta teams in the current patch of FIFA 22. And he is still putting Genu to the sword using Paris Saint-Germain. So this is a fantastic run here for Cheese Kimbap. And I kind of shudder what will happen if he is able to use his preferred team, which you know is Paris Saint-Germain here against Genu, who will not be able to use those teams, and maybe we might see a total run-out riot in the next game.
I mean, it gives me flashbacks to the early 2000s, right? When we had, I think, was it David's cousin who used to use Korea?
Oh yeah.
Like, it's just this weird kid out of nowhere just comes into this tournament, wrecks everyone there, all your pro FIFA players now who are legends, right? But at that point in time, Chinatown Point, I remember, Alienware Arena comes in with Korea and just smashes everyone. And everyone's just like left, you know, blustered, right? They're like, what the hell? How? This should not be possible. But that is what needs to be happening. That is what you need to do. You need to innovate. You need to come through in this kind of, in the game. And when you're at this level, you know, you got to pull out the goods. And that's what we're seeing from these two competitors. What do you think Genu needs to do to get back into it? You know, like Cheese Kimbap seems to have him on lockdown and definitely building on that pressure. And as we see another shot, no problem for Donnarumma. But again, Muiz, what do you think? What does he need to ask himself? What does he need to start to adjust? Is he buckling under pressure? Is Cheese Kimbap using that to his advantage, or is he mindful? Is he cognizant that this is the marathon, right? It's not a sprint, and maybe he was, you know, has to conserve. He knows he's down, but can slowly build that up and build that confidence.
Speaking of building up there, he does build up some sort of steam with that goal. Just answering your question, I think he might have been a little adversely affected by that really long layoff that he had to endure, because he put himself into the final quite early on by getting through the winner's bracket and had to sit out quite a number of matches, so maybe he got a little bit cold. And you know, that's not really the best position you want to be in when you're a sports person, coming in cold against someone who has been on red hot form.
Well, then again, it could be a tale of two extremes here, because yes, Genu has only played a total of 3 matches before this grand final here. So yes, he might be coming in cold, but on the flip side, Cheese Kimbap has been playing 7 matches. This is his 8th match actually in the whole championship today, and he's been playing non-stop. So you can also say that, you know, if anything, Genu should have a little bit more energy than Cheese Kimbap, but it is Cheese Kimbap with, you know, showing showing a dominating process here. Although we have to admit, 2-1 is still a very, very slim lead for Cheese Kimbap, and anything can happen. Jenny could just easily turn things around in the last 10 minutes. This is FIFA 22. Anything can happen in the game.
I mean, there's glimpses of brilliance coming out from all over the place, and as we come in point here, Neymar trying to make his way back into the box, cuts in, cuts back, and just a wall from Shaw, but advantage being played here by the assistant referee, calls it in, well played, and unfortunately, again, just unable to put those pieces together, right? He has those pieces of the puzzle, it's on the table, it's getting there, but it's just that final piece. He's just trying to put a square peg into a round hole, it seems, and that's just something that he needs to get out of his head. And the problem is that this pressure is building on him, right? But as you guys have brought up earlier in the broadcast, as we see him get dispossessed there, his specialty is the comeback king, right? His specialty is having those goals in a short period of time, and that is what he could do to Cheese Kimbap.
Yeah, taking a look at the game here, 75 minutes have elapsed. Of course, this is only the first game of two. It is a two-legged tie here, and the winner is determined by basically who scores more goals over 2 matches. Currently, the aggregate stands at 2-1, maybe even a cross-in for Cheese Kimbap. Is not quite able to extend his lead to 3-1 here. But again, yeah, it's been a pretty ping-pong stuff over the past 15 in-game minutes here. Both teams coming close but not quite there in the final area of the pitch. Bruno Fernandes now making the dance together with Nuno Mendes, who dispossesses him oh so easily inside that box. It's almost as if there wasn't much of a trouble dispossessing his fellow Portuguese player there. Kylian Mbappe with the burst of speed. Look at that speed against Rafael Varane. A fantastic save. David De Gea shows why he still is Spain's #1 goalkeeper, and in fact out for a goal kick. That could have been one of the better chances that Genu had to equalize the game there, but the chance goes a-begging.
You know what they say, David De Gea, you know, water covers 70% of the earth. David De Gea
covers everything else. Yeah. But can he cover this one? Messi on his left foot, but the cutback a little too far for his liking. Wijnaldum to an on-waiting Kylian Mbappe at the far post there. Forced to go back to Idrissa Gana Gueye as he is swamped by no less than 2 defenders. Wijnaldum to Lionel Messi on his left foot, cuts back inside. Clean tackle there by Diogo Dalot as Manchester United, controlled by Cheese Kimbap, goes on the counter-attack on that right flank. Ronaldo, the cross coming in, looking for Marcus Rashford, who's just not able to get the head onto the ball quite as best as he could there. Easily falls into the gloves of Gianluigi Donnarumma. But you know, again, this whole entire game, the past 90 minutes, is just, you know, both teams just poking each other, and then suddenly bam bam bam, but still not so much happening. Marcus Rashford! Oh! That should have been 3-1 for Cheese Kimbap. Will he go into game number 3 wishing he would have, you know, like extended his lead right there, and then we might go into full time, but no! Oh! Hey, what a tackle! What a tackle! It's open, the goal's open! Shot coming in! Iron Wan-Bissaka with the goal line clearance, and somehow Cheese Kimbap wins this first game of 2 by the skin of his teeth. So many chances for Genu to equalize, not happening quite yet. We go into game number 2 with a scoreline 2-1 in favor of Cheese Kimbap.
Just taking a look at that player cam once again, you can see that Genu is ruining his chances. He knows that was a fantastic opportunity to go into that second leg with a draw 2-2, but unfortunately just could not find the back of the net. No matter how hard he tried, he had left David De Gea for dead, but somehow just couldn't get the ball into where he needed to be.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we just look at it from a bit of a strategic point of view and the tactics being played, you know, I mean, most FIFA players come in, dispossess, go into the midfield, you know, back and forth pass to get the player up front and then lob it over or through pass, right? And that seems to be kind of the trend for both of them, but Cheese Kimbap, you start to see a lot more clear through passes, not doing such the kind of thing that most players do over and over again. He's going a bit unconventional, and you're starting to see a bit of that action happening. What does Genu need to do in terms of formation, in terms of setup? What does he need to do to pierce this barrier that he just keeps coming up against?
That's the weird thing. I think when it comes to Genu, he's not playing how he was playing the rest of the tournament, the start of the tournament. I think something has got him rattled. Maybe it's like I said, maybe to me, I think that it's because he has gone cold. He was really hot at the start of this tournament. He was scoring bag loads of goals. So right now, the fact that he's finding it difficult to get goals just baffles me. I'm not particularly sure what's gone wrong. What he has to change is that's definitely the first thing. He has to a little more clinical when it comes to finishing, especially when you saw that last opportunity. Should definitely have put it into the back of the net. I can't believe he missed it. I would love to say that it was great defending by Cheese Kimbap, but I think it's down to Genu.
I mean, there's so many ways it could have gone, right? Side finesse it, go to the corner, try and go for the lob. But what?
Overthinking it, maybe.
Just overthinking it, I think, and that's I think it's a brilliant insight that sometimes just feel the game. Don't as Maverick said in Top Gun, right?
Yeah.
Don't think, just do.
Exactly.
And fall back on those instincts that you have, and have the confidence that you you have in your abilities and your skill coming into a final. You've made it this far. And what is standing in between you? It's not your opponent that's standing in between you and that title, it's yourself, right? And at the end of the day, I think, like you said, we always talk about it at the highest level. Don't play to the tempo of your opponent. Play your own game, stick to the game plan, make them play on your tempo. Do whatever you have to do, right? If you have to play from flank to flank, if you have to play forward and back, if you have to stretch him, if you have to go through 20 phases, go through that. But don't try to be conventional. Don't try to force, like you said, force the pass. Don't try to force the shot. Just get into your comfort zone and then play from there, right? And as we see in FIFA, it's so easy to dispossess if you have a good defense. Both these players do really, really well. They're no chumps. And at the end of the day, it's just what are you most comfortable with, right? If you're playing and you're being manipulated by your opponent to play a certain play style, then that's the biggest battle right there. So you need to come back, you need to get back into your own, you need to reset, that mental reset. You need to come back, have that confidence, and start again. And then if you have to keep doing that play, from the back to the front, take your time, take your phases, stick to the game plan.
Well, we are just about to start the very last match of the Lion City League Championships for FIFA 22 here. We'll take one last look at the whole journey for both of these two players. BKFC, Balestier Hausa Football Club's Genu up against Cheese Kimbap. And we see here the full brackets. This was their path. Genu finishing strong in the winners bracket at the top of your screen, disposing of no less than 3 opponents there, including the highly acclaimed Gaelic King in the winner bracket semi-final. But like Muiz mentioned, he only played 3 matches in the whole day today, so maybe that loss of form could be because he got cold somewhere in the middle. His opponents on the other hand, Cheese Kimbap, no less than 5, maybe you can even count 6 matches if you include the first grand final earlier on. So he played twice as many games as BKFC's Genu. You could say yes, that could be the reason for his red hot form. He's continuously playing and he's able to maintain that momentum coming into this bracket reset, the second grand final. But they can also argue that it's a cause of his literal physical his physical pain, because he Phil, you literally had to massage his hands, Phil, because he was cramping. His hands was cramping, and you had to push it out of him. And that's that's a measure of the athlete that he is. Both of these people are, of course, to reach it at this stage here, 6-7 matches in a row, and still be having to give all your best and fighting through the pain that literally he had to pause the match because he was so bad earlier on, and still he's leading in this second grand final here, 2-1, the measure of the man.
I mean, it comes back to the age-old saying, you know, this is what separates the boys from the men, this is what separates the girls from the women, and this is what separates the chumps from the champions, right? It's your dedication to the competition. It's having the smarts to train in conditions that you don't want to. It's getting up. It's taking that cold shower instead of that warm shower. It's taking the MRT and the bus instead of that Grab. It's getting up and doing the hard work, and that's what we're seeing. And I think it's showing off for both of them. To be the bearer of bad news in terms of what I've seen in 2 decades of esports and when it comes to brackets, the problem is when you're in the loser bracket, or the good thing is when you're in the loser bracket, if you keep going, you fight all the way, right? Every single game is a battle. It's a battle of determination. It's I need to survive. I need to win. I need to survive, right? If you're in the winner's bracket, as we're about to start this game, if you're in the winner's bracket, you get through, you have the advantage, you can chill, but then you go, like you said, you go soft, you go cold. And that's the reason why I think you see in a lot of competitions nowadays, you know, the teams that do make it through the winner's bracket will try and have a practice partner while they're waiting for their loser bracket opponents to come up, because you do need to keep hot, you need to keep warmed up as you come into that battle. But again, statistically, what I've seen, if someone makes it through the losers bracket, typically they'll take it in the end.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is the final game here of the grand final for the Line City League Championships FIFA 22. Gen U utilizing Manchester City. We've not seen this team for the entirety of not just the championships, but also the qualifier, all 3 qualifiers. Moise, correct me if I'm wrong, I have not seen Manchester City for the entirety of the LCL season 2 here. So this is a huge gamble in my opinion by Gen U, but at this point I think you kind of have to gamble. You played as Paris Saint-Germain, you play as Manchester United, it didn't go well for you, and well, you got to put everything in kitchen sink, but it might not work out because she's came up with the early goal here. 3-1 already in the start of the second leg of this matchup, and Cheese Kimbap extends his lead to another 2 goals.
Gen U is definitely trying something different by picking Manchester City instead of Manchester United, who it would normally be choosing. Is that going to be a folly? I think it might be, because it's a team that he might be less comfortable with, less familiar with, and also perhaps he's betraying his allegiances a little bit. I think he is a Manchester United fan. Is that worth losing for?
Okay, well, let's look at it. Let's analyze this from a strategic point of view, right? Sure. Manchester United gives you a bit more structure, right? They do take a bit longer to build up to play, right, and then they fire it forward to Ronaldo, to Ronaldo, to Bruno Fernandes, to Rashford, right? City, though, you know, not so strong defensively, not so strong in the midfield, but here comes a goal as I blabber on. Paris Saint-Germain going to pick up 1 more goal, and that's amazing. But as I was saying, City does give you the dynamic attack, but you need to play well, you need to play very aggressively, and you cannot allow your opponent to bring you down to the defensive line. So
as you've seen exactly what you've just been mentioning, Phil, the fact that once they're forced to defend, it's not going to work well for Manchester City. Has been breached twice. That light blue, sky blue defense. It's not the best start for Gen U, but this again looks exactly like a mirror of what happened in that first set of matches before the reset. In fact, I think it's the exact same scoreline. Only difference is that it's not Manchester United going up against PSG. PSG definitely, every time they go forward, you expect them to score. This is off the bar this time from Manchester City. Once again, the goal of Cheese Kimbap living an absolute blessed life just does not want to go in for Gen U. I think personally, and this is my theory, it is a battle of mental fatigue versus physical fatigue. I think maybe Cheese Kimbap has gone through the physical fatigue, but because he has had to fight all the way, he has stayed sharp, razor sharp, because he's been forged by that difficult fire that he has to go through.
Okay, well, look at this formation right here. I think what Genuine really needs to do right here is he needs to compress it. He needs to bring it down to maybe a 3-5-2, 4-5, or 4. I wouldn't say 4 at the back. I'd say just leave 3 at the back, compress the midfield, just absolutely saturate that, because what's going to happen is Cheese Kimbap's coming in with Mbappe, trying to use that pace, compress it in the middle, force him to cut in, and once he cuts in, there's just too many people in the box. He can't do anything, because we know that Genu can make that final tackle towards the end. So really start to saturate that midfield, and then that allows you on the counter, if you want to play very aggressive, or like here, you want to put him straight down the middle through with Sterling or Mahrez. That should be a penalty, and the referee will award it.
This is an opportunity, but penalties so far throughout this tournament have been really badly taken. None of the penalties, we've had 2 today.
Genu's missed 1.
Genu's missed 1, and the one before that also missed.
FC Laika
against Cheese Kimbap. No one's...
Oh my!
No mistake, straight into the top corner by Kevin De Bruyne. It is a 2-4 now. Genu closing in slowly but surely. Still an hour's worth of gameplay left.
After 2 penalties that went sky high into the stratosphere, finally we see one top bins there. Kevin De Bruyne, we can't get a better penalty than that. Maybe even a third.
This is the aggression you need.
We have Mahrez now back to David Silva.
Game on, guys!
Here we go.
Bernardo Silva now for Genu. He's clawing back, guys. He's clawing back. Maybe he needed to use Manchester City. This has been the impetus that Genu needed to claw back against a resurgent Cheese Kimbap. And what a performance this is. And look at that. Even Raheem Sterling getting into the action of things.
This is what we're talking about, right, Siddiq and Moiz? We talked about it. Compress the middle, saturate the middle. That gives you the ability to get Sterling in, that gets De Bruyne in, that gets Mahrez in, and another attack coming in, cuts through. Mahrez, can he side-foot it in? No, he can't. Gets dispossessed. But this is exactly what we said tactically, strategically, that Genu needs to do. He's seen it, but now Mbappe with the pace.
Mbappe right now trying to cut into the box. He sees an on-rushing guy at the other side of the field. There, unhealthy Maria making a good run. Edison playing it dangerously, but that is Edison in real life as well. Eccentricity is his name here. Sterling up against him. Look at the speed. Raheem Sterling one-on-one with the goalkeeper, cuts it back. Just going up. It is 4-4. Genu has caught back with Cheese Kimbap. This is amazing return gameplay here. Resurgence from Genu. Cut it back from 4-1 to 4-4. This is amazing gameplay from Genu.
Genu definitely has a fire lit under him right now. He feels that he can come back and he can take this whole tournament. He started really badly, but you're right, guys. Maybe Manchester City abandoning his love for Manchester United and going across the town to the blue side. Paying dividends. This is an opportunity. Bernardo Silva can't get it. It's gone! 5-4 for Genu.
What are we seeing?
What?
4-1 down at the start, 5-4 up in halftime. This is amazing comeback here. I am not believing my eyes here. Phil, you mentioned at the start of the game, maybe you need something different. You can't get any more different than Manchester City because nobody has ever played against Manchester City. Nobody knows how to counter against them, and it's very evident in the scoreline.
Moiz, you saw the strat changes. You definitely want to talk about that.
Yeah, I was taking a look at it. He's gone 4-5-1. He's compressed that midfield exactly like you mentioned. He's just backing everyone in, just leaving one guy up front. And he is depriving the team of PSG from having a lot of possession. And without that possession, they are unable to unlock the speed demon that is Mbappe. Here, there, once you see again the defense, everyone's coming back in numbers. They're just crowding out the PSG players, depriving them of their possession, depriving them of the ability to play around them.
You know, we have been talking about, you know, how resurgent Genu is, and he definitely is on the ascendancy, momentum in his stride, but we cannot count out Cheese Kimbap. Remember how many people he has eliminated in the elimination bracket, and Genu could just be yet another one here. The shot coming in, Cheese Kimbap reminding Genu, look, I'm still here, I'm still your opponent, I'm not going to let you get away from it. There's still a chance for Cheese Kimbap to go home with the TV, the Prism Plus 55-inch 4K Smart TV into here, but he definitely needs a goal. Janyu, however, is absolutely having none of it.
A bit more structure now, guys. As we saw him move more towards a more defensive formation, a more defensive game plan, and he's definitely starting to take his time now. He knows he's a goal up. 55 minutes, ball goes through. It's fine. It's not going to go through. And now the counter by Cheese Kimbap. But again, you look, he's saturating the middle, gains possession. It doesn't matter whether he's losing or gaining possession, as long as he keeps it in that middle. As long as that ball is in the middle, it's not in the final quarter, it's fine. But Mbappe with the pace, all he has to do is chip it in.
No,
Doesn't.
mid-time shot there from Kylian Mbappe, one-on-one opportunity. If he had timed that well, that would have been in the back of the net. We could have gotten an even game here 5-4, but that is not what happened. We're coming into the 60th minute of the match. Scoreline still in Japan's favor, but offside call. A millimeter offside, but still offside nonetheless. Cheese Kimbap now with the ball. He has plenty to do, plenty of time in his hands, plenty of time to cover comeback. He's been in this position before. He can come back again. He has an attacking corner on the left-hand side. Taken short, taken quickly. Lionel Messi, remember Cheese Kimbap is using Paris Saint-Germain. We all know that it is the best team in FIFA 22, so we really cannot count Cheese Kimbap out. Janyu, however, on the counter attack, Preston Kimpembe forced to do a pretty ugly challenge right there. But, well, this is on a knife edge, gentlemen. I don't want to make any bets here, but really could go either way. A one-goal deficit, you cannot count either of these teams out.
Moise, I think the one dangerous thing here is Janyu thinks he can start to park the bus. He thinks he can start to be a bit more defensive. Ball coming through. Oh my goodness! What a risk!
I've been saying here, all he needs is one chance. Easy ball roll. Sees the goalkeeper rushing in. I'll take the ball roll to the side and slot it to the back of the net. 5-all. 10-goal thriller. What a match we're having here, ladies and gentlemen. Watching the stream here. 10 goals, and this is a bracket reset. This match is it. There's no coming back from here anymore.
So let's just look at the sub. Sterling is going to go to the right flank. Silva's in the middle. Grealish will come in. That's going to inject a bit of pace for him. Mahrez drops to the middle. De Bruyne, I would put him up as CAM, right? Get Mahrez back in. He drops back in. He can inject a bit of space. De Bruyne will make that run through. Mahrez is definitely going to be able to scale through out. But didn't catch a bit of changes. We'll see that as it happens.
Yeah, but we do see the introduction of Jack Grealish coming in for Bernardo Silva. I didn't quite catch any changes of Paris Saint-Germain. I don't think there were any changes there. But Jack Grealish coming in for David Silva on the left flank. $100 million man. Not really that efficient in real life. Could he be the difference maker here in FIFA 22, Luis?
He definitely has an eye for a pass. He can pick out a pass. Silva there coming on. Jesus, can he save the team now? He's coming on. Ramos coming on. Wijnaldum is coming on. For both teams, that was offside. Right now, it seems like Manchester City has gone a little bit more attacking, but with logic right now, because Grealish has come in. Grealish can't find a pass. He can't find those spaces to make the late runs in. So I think the most important person that has come in so far is Gabriel Jesus. The sheer speed and movement of that up front.
Now, in order to counter that, for Cheese Kimbap as Paris Saint-Germain, he brought in Sergio Ramos to replace Gini Wijnaldum in the middle of that park there. And again, we've mentioned many times over the past few matches, me and you, Moise, that Sergio Ramos can hold as center defense and make Cheese Kimbap. No, he didn't do the ball roll. He goes for the immediate shot, and that shot was well saved there by Addison for Janyu. That could have been 6-1, but he forgot to do the ball roll, and that could be a sorry mistake here for Cheese Kimbap if he goes on to lose this match. But we'll see how it goes first. Still, it's 5-all, 15 minutes to go. Anything can happen. I think next goal will win here, gentlemen.
This is risky. He's activated offside trap, so Janyu wants to catch him out, but he wants to be able to go on the counter offensive. The problem is he has saturated the midfield, but he's changed his game plan to defensive, right? He's no longer on attack at all. He has that pace, but as we saw, playing it riskier, going a bit on the aggressive, using that pace and using that aggression was working out for him. And now I think he's trying to come back into the comfort zone. Cheese Kimbap saw all those changes and said, you know what, I'll take you head on. I'll see you. You're letting me play the game that I want to play. And now the problem is, time is against him. It's 10 minutes on the clock. I don't think Janyu wants to push it any further. And Cheese Kimbap is definitely going to try and get this late goal. And he's just timing it.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what both these teams actually want. In fact,
They want to get that late goal because that will just break the spirit of their opponent. Because once you get that goal at that time, especially in such a tight affair, just to split this 11 goal thriller, if it were to be that, definitely I think my spirit will be so broken I don't even want to play anymore. I'll just give up at that point. This is an opportunity down the right, but what a weak pass straight into the hands of Edison. Opportunity for Genu pushing forward. He has support, but he also has the praise of Grealish coming down the side.
He just needs patience, Muiz.
That's true. He should have just waited a little bit more, not try to rush that pass. We already mentioned that time and time again. He's trying to push that pass a little bit too quickly. The defense getting into position, cutting it out. The goalkeeper Edison once again does the business. The big Brazilian gets down and saves his team once again, living dangerously here.
He gets through the challenge of Marquinhos coming through. He has 4 coming into the box. What is he going to do? Cuts back. Grealish into Gray. Cuts in. It's deflected. It's back to Mahrez. Mahrez has a clear shot. Doesn't want to take it. Will send it to the net. It's with the last minute shot. Waits until the very end. We'll go for the short corner now. No time. No time for them to take a break or gas for any air. We're back into the box. De Bruyne will waste that shot. Waste that pass.
Oh my God.
And we are going. My gentleman sitting here with me.
Tiebreaker, golden goal. As the rules say, there's no more added matches here. You have to go to golden goal. Restart, no bans. You can use any team you want. No bans whatsoever, no holds barred. Anything goes. Do whatever you need to get that first goal. Next goal wins.
I'll counter that. It's not everything that you can do. Don't punch your opponent. I mean, if it was in the rules, I would do it. You know me. I'll try to win at all costs. But you know, you gotta win it fair. But both these teams, the one thing at least I can say for a fact is that both of them have really played their hearts out, and they both deserve to be here in the finals because they have shown exactly why they deserve to be champions. Both of them, mental resilience, physical resilience, just keeping yourself, in that headspace, the right headspace to compete in this final.
I think, Muiz, I hate to say it, but that, I think right there was Genu's game to lose.
It was.
Right? He had the strategy set up. He went in with Man City, used the aggression, started to saturate the middle. It's as if, he read our minds somehow. But at the end of the day, he just settled into his comfort zone, went defensive, sat back, thought, hey, I have this lead. I can chill out. I can start to thread passes. But the problem is he didn't. He didn't take his time. He didn't use the patience. He didn't use the time that was on his side. If this was Germany, if this was Jose Mourinho, they'd be pulling their heads out, flipping tables left and right, throwing beer bottles everywhere, because that's all he had to do. Hold on to the ball, spread them left to right, back and forth, right? And he didn't. And then Cheese Kimbap was like, you know what? I'm gonna make you play my tempo. Thank you very much. You're saturating it. You put the formation in place. You should be playing aggressively, but you're not. So welcome to the gun show.
He needs to go back to playing aggressively simply because this one is a golden goal. Whoever scores first wins the whole shebang. So there is no time to sit back in this one. If you are intending to go into this tiebreaker with some sort of defensive mentality, you're gonna lose. It's very simple. First team to score wins the grand prize, the Prism 55-inch Q55 QE 4K Smart TV. They've been staring at it for hours now, almost a quarter of the day, in fact. They definitely want that. Second prize is not shabby, it's $150 cash. It's no TV though. That's what they'll be fighting for. And both of these teams will be employing who else but PSG.
Yeah, it will be an all PSG match here. And of course, the bans go out the window. Both teams have had a chance at the bans here. And it's still a stalemate, so what better way? Somebody's got to win, right? And I don't really like the idea of penalty shootouts here, and I still think the best way is you got to play to win here. first person to score will win no matter what. It could be Genyu, it could be Cheese Kimbap. Either way, both of them, I'm sure you agree with me, gentlemen, they absolutely deserve to be the champion of the Lion City League Championships Season 2.
You know who I would actually go for a team just because of the player and the situation we're in? I'd go with a defensive formation. I would take Bayern Munich and I would just long ball the hell out of it to Lewandowski every single bloody play that I could. But we'll see how it goes. PSG versus PSG. We saw 4-3-2-1 narrow, I think, from Genyu,
Yes,
was it?
correct.
So he's going to try and saturate once again. He's trying to slowly build it up, but I did not catch the formation that Cheese Kimbap is going for.
Cheese Kebab, I think, is going for the 4-2-2-2, so he's pushing as many men as he can possibly afford going forward. So I think he's definitely trying to catch his opponent out early here, and it will be Genyu who's getting us underway versus Cheese Kebab. No holds barred. First goal wins it all. Left to right in the blue attire is Genyu, and from right to left is his opponent Cheese Kimbap. Both of them starting relatively cautiously because they know that any slip up could mean the end.
Yeah, and it's coming right there to the end. They are using Mbappe. He cuts in. Good pass to Di Maria. Turns around, tries to get it on his favored left foot. Unable to do so. That turn from right to left just, wasn't really working out for him right there. Maybe should have just gone for the panic shot on that right foot and trusted it and hope that he sailed through. But we go for the counterattack now. Gruya's coming in, I think it was, and tries to get it back into... I'm just confused, fellas, right now because it is a mirror play.
Oh, we're gonna win a Genyu!
And of all the players to score, I think it was Idrissa Gana Gay.
Is that the defensive mid?
Oh my goodness, out of absolutely nowhere, Idrissa Gana Gay for Genyu. Smile finally on his face. He has been so rueful and so serious throughout this competition. So many times he was on the fence, on the knife edge, but finally he makes the breakthrough, and that unlikely of heroes, Idrissa Gana Gay, the central defensive midfielder, finally seals the deal for Genyu. Shades of Lilian Thuram in 1998.
Wow, what a grand final this has been. Moise Phil, after so long, after so many matches here, and we finally have a champion here. We're just gonna highlight him as a winner without counting, because there's too much goals being scored here left and right. But what a grand finals this is. we don't even we couldn't even look at the backers because it was way too epic, and our
The Gremlins. It's always the Gremlins.
it died basically. our editing software just died, but rest assured we have a champion. BKFC Genyu brings home the title, Lion City League Championship Season 2 winner. BKFC Genyu, congratulations, you win yourself the TV that you're looking at. Well, not that specific TV, but still a similar monitor, similar TV to that. Q55 QE 55-inch 4K Smart TV courtesy of Prism Plus. What a fantastic run it has been here. It has been a long time coming, but we finally have a champion. Give it up for BKFC Genyu.
Yes, well done to everyone who has participated today in the finals. I think that was great. From us, the 3-Bit Cats, we've been the organizers of this Lion City League, and all our partners, Gamers.sg for the venue, Prism Plus for the prizes, Darren Stewart Academy, Kaplan, Birmingham City University. I'd say thank you to everyone. And also a special thank you for Darren for turning up at the last moment and lending his wonderful voice to our commentary desk. And that's it for me. I think we've had a great day. It's been a long one. Congratulations to the winners, and
thank you all for staying around and watching this epic affair.
And of course, don't forget, tomorrow we do have the Pokemon Unite Championships here. We got 2 regional champions. We got Renaissance as well as No Lucario. And if you follow Pokemon Unite, you know that these 2 teams are going to represent Singapore in the World Championships in London. So we're gonna get a sneak peek of these 2 teams. They will be playing in our championship tomorrow, together with 4 other teams. Together with another 6 teams, 8 teams qualified for tomorrow's LCL Pokemon Unite Championship right here in this same channel. Save our channel here, twitch.tv/Lion City League. We'll see you right here 1 p.m. sharp tomorrow, Sunday 26 June for the Pokemon Unite Championships. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic season here for FIFA 22. My name is Evil Sword, Moe's Lion City Gaming with me, and of course special guest appearance by Lion City Gaming. Thank you so much to our behind the scenes.
By Death Adder, he means by Death Adder.
What did I say? What did I say?
Lion City Gaming.
What? Lion City Gaming again? I said
All right,
that?
folks,
Oh my
they
god.
are absolutely tired. They're
man.
We're done,
absolutely
we're done.
smashed. We're signing out. Have a good
Ciao,
night.
guys.
We'll see you tomorrow, bright
care.
and early.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Do you need a degree to get that promotion or career switch? Graduate with an honors degree from Birmingham City University in 1 year. Established since 1843, you can choose from a variety of leading business programs. Diploma holders can complete the degree in 1 year. Assignment-based assessment allows you to manage your time better by spreading out your workload. No weekend classes means you don't have to compromise on your social and family life. Find out more today.